Start recording here, and we'll get started. Welcome everybody to the new season. Oh, I'm super loud.
That's what I've been trying to say this whole time.
No, I turned the output volume down. I need to turn my input volume
I know,
down.
but you're like so loud.
I apologize. I like being a loud, rambunctious boy.
Well, back away from the mic if you're gonna be a loud, rambunctious boy.
Is this the cold open?
Oh my gosh. So much passion.
Is this the cold open for the new season?
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to Scurvivor series. This is the brand new season 46 of Scurvivor series. I guess it's really season 2 or whatever of Scurvivor series, but like
This is our third season.
Oh yeah, this is our third season. This is our third season of Scurvivor series, but this is covering Scurvivor season 46. That's right. It premieres February 28th.
That's a mouthful.
8 p.m. on Sybilis. I'm your host.
Say syphilis?
Yes, I have syphilis. I am your host, Ryan Knightsey. And with me, as always, I am joined by the lovely, this season, Jessie Knightsey.
Sure, you can't figure out how to describe me.
No, I was going to say this season, for the full season, Jessie Knightsey, but otherwise known as Jessie Dubiowski. Jessie, how are you doing? I was trying to make something lovely, and instead you made fun of me. So go right ahead. Yeah. Do your bit. Do the bit you're going to open the show with. Go right ahead. Season 46, baby.
I love you.
I love you too.
Much.
I love you too.
See, he, I didn't play into that bullshit.
I have syphilis. Jari, you are joining with us. Jari's returned, folks, for this season's kickoff episode, our kickoff team episode. Jari, welcome back to Scurvivor series.
Hi, I'm so excited to be back for the second time.
Yay!
And I'm so excited to talk about Survivor.
Yes. This one's gonna be a doozy episode. We talked about it before we get going, but it's the sort of episode 0 preview episode that we did last season, where we're going to be drafting our Scurvivor series teams.
Yes.
If you don't recall from last season, if you're new joining us this season, basically Scurvivor series. We're just basically stealing the concept of Survivor Series. We're picking 5-person teams that will slowly be eliminated throughout the season.
If you're bad at it.
Only if you're bad at it. Well, everyone gets eliminated at some point. Only one winner is. Everyone gets eliminated.
Yeah.
But we'll pick 5 team members. We'll go through the entire Entertainment Weekly questionnaire list of the new cast for season 46. We'll end up picking 5 people for our team. They'll give us fantasy draft points throughout the season as they get all eliminated. And then at the end of the season, whoever the winner is gets the ultimate prize, which is... something, a kiss? I don't know. We don't really have a kiss. I guess.
Aww.
Well, Jari's playing too, so I don't know if that works. I don't know if she can.
Jari, we don't like you enough to kiss you.
Wow. Okay. I see how it is.
The winner gets a bag of Hershey Kisses. How about that?
Yeah. All I got last season was a real kiss.
Gross. Gross.
Give me the chocolate.
That's your tagline. That's your tagline, right? Give me the chocolate.
DJ Magic Poops, give me the chocolate.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Oh, starting off strong.
I mentioned I'm a little tired, right?
Mm-hmm. We are recording this 8:30 p.m. EST.
And I'm a girl.
What time is it over in Cali?
The sun is still out. It's a sunny day in LA. It's 5:27 p.m.
Boo.
Yeah. The breeze is flowing.
Boo.
It's finally stopped raining. It was raining here. It sucked.
Yeah, I heard
Why
that
did I move
it
here?
rained for like a century or something in LA.
It
recently.
did. It was actually 2 centuries. It was quite damning.
Which is good in a way, but it's weird because it's like you don't get any rain any other time, and then when you do get it, it's
LA is not set up for that amount of rain.
Well, it's good for the plants and for the forest fires, but it's terrible because the infrastructure here is not set up for rain. There's literally an open trench in front of one of the studios that I work at, because there's been so much rain and they don't know how to fix it. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's buildings are flooding on the ground levels, and
it's weird that like you come from a state that like knows how to like rain is nothing, but also like the main issue is like handling snow, and now you live in a state where like snow's off the table, not even thinking about it. We're just trying to deal with rain.
What do we do about
fire? Rain, fire, earthquakes. The big one.
Earthquakes.
rock
An earthquake
slides?
happened the other day too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't really feel it. My mom texted me that Carole King song, I feel the earth
feel
move
the
under my
earth
feet.
Move.
And I was just like question mark back, and she was like, there was just an earthquake, I think. And I was like, oh, okay.
Was that your first one?
But yeah.
In LA?
I think there was another tiny one a few months ago that I also experienced. But my first like real earthquake, the only one that has really made me shake in my boots, is back in 2011 in Maryland.
The Maryland
Was
one,
that the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were, I think, because we were in high school.
Yes.
It was my first day of freshman year.
Yes,
Wow.
I was listening to the new Red Hot Chili Peppers album. I'm with you. That came out that summer. Avoiding an English paper that I had to write, and then an earthquake happened, and we were like, "What the hell is happening right now?" Do you have? Speaking about earthquakes, do you have like a big one pack, like of like things in case the big one happens?
I have an earthquake pack. Like if the big one happens, sayonara.
It's the big one.
California's just falling off the coast of the United States if the big one happens.
You know, so c'est la vie. But yeah, we do have a safety pack for not the big one, but a bigger one. It's got water, first aid kit, stuff for Junie. I'm really tempted to get one of those. I keep seeing all these conspiracy theorists on TikTok pawning this like electric box for if the power grid goes down or something. I'm like, maybe I'll get one of those.
Like a generator?
I don't know what it is. You like turn it and then it charges your phone.
A hand crank generator?
I just need to be able to do Wordle every day. So if it helps me do
That's your
Wordle.
priority.
Wow. I just need to watch.
Ryan's probably got like a broken leg, and he's like, "We need to call an ambulance." And you're like, "I gotta do my Wordle."
He will want to be able to use Letterbox. You know, like
That's true.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's crucial.
Nerds.
Crucial.
That's fair. Back to Survivor. We're gonna pick 5 teams.
This was about surviving.
Oh,
so,
I know. This was about surviving, and then great transition.
Wait, can I say one more thing about survival?
Sure.
Before we talk about Survivor. When I was little, my dad got a subscription for Geek Magazine, and they had all of these like sardine tin cans with a whole survival kit inside, or like a water bottle with like a whole blow up raft inside. And I used to be obsessed with buying that stuff. I had a survival sardine can. I had the water bottle with the raft in it. I had these gloves that had carabiners and like ropes attached to them.
Whoa.
Never used any of it. But yeah.
Wow. Well, the winner of the season
still stands.
The winner of this season gets a water bottle filled with raft.
We should do something like that.
Maybe that's what the winner gets this season, because they survived the season. Is that something? Is that anything?
It's close.
So this what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the entire questionnaire. We're gonna pick 5 people for our teams. Jessie and I for sure are gonna pick different 5 people. I don't know. Jari should I don't even really talk about this. Should Jari pick also different 5 people? Like we're all drafting from the same list, or should it matter?
Well, is she gonna come on again? And
I assume
end.
probably.
I would love to come back.
Yes.
So if that's how it's got to be, that's how it's got to be.
Yeah, because then you got to come back for the merge episode, because that's when we do another swap. Because what we're also going to do is after the first episode, we're going to swap. And you don't have to be on the first episode. You were just on this one, so I think that would be. I don't want to waste up your time too much.
I'll swap in my own time.
Yeah, text us
Too
basically.
much Jerry.
Text us basically.
No such thing as too much Jerry.
And then you can come on the merge where we'll do another swap of if you lose people or whatever, you don't like someone, you swap out with another person. Now that we've seen them in action. And then obviously the finale is where we find out who the winner is.
Yeah, so we can judge people by their not the covers, but their contents, and then we can judge them by their covers.
Yes, currently we are judging them by their covers, and
no, the first episode is judging them solely based on how they look.
Oh, sure.
Well, actually, it's how they act too.
What we're doing is judging them based off solely their covers and like the inside sleeve of the book. That's basically what we're doing this today.
Well, it's also like, what archetype is this person going to be? And will they be successful?
So how we're going to do this is that I'm going to read out the person's name, show you all the picture of the person so we get an idea. I'm going to read out their age, where they're from, where they currently live, their occupation. And then for the Entertainment Weekly, they ask pretty much everyone the same question. These questions are: name 3 of your favorite hobbies, list 3 adjectives that best describe yourself, how would your friends describe you, what risks have you taken in your life to make a change for the better, even if the outcome wasn't planned, what is the accomplishment you were most proud of, what is something we would never know from looking at you. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to read all those basic informations out, and then I'll ask myself, Jessie and Jari, what other question to get information about this person do they want? It's kind of arbitrary, but you ask those questions to get whatever more information you want, and then we'll sort of get a collective idea of who this person is. And then at the end, we'll pick people for our 5 teams. So is everyone ready?
So ready.
Perfect.
Jinx. We didn't say the same thing, but we said it at the same time.
Well,
Did we really?
Yeah. We didn't say the same thing, but we started and ended at the same time.
Well, first up on Entertainment Weekly, of course, this is the 46th season, folks, so we're here to get into it. I'll have a transition. The first person here on the list for the EW.com is Jamila Jem Hussein Adams. This is her picture. Jamila Jem Hussein Adams. I could be pronouncing any part of that name incorrectly. Jerry's getting a look. She goes by Jem Hussein Adams, so some sort of combination last name gimmick. She is 32 years old. She is from Berbice, Guyana, in South America. She is from South America, but she currently resides in Chicago, Illinois. So she does improv. I don't know if she does that. Her occupation is an international brand mentor. So I don't know exactly what that means, but she works with different cultures and groups of people to help get their brands better, is the idea, basically.
It sounds like one of those fake jobs.
Yeah.
One of them fake jobs.
Like entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically.
Or if we were on The Bachelor, twin.
Yeah. But I guess that's what she's bringing to the table is the idea of like she works with a lot of different people and is in charge of a lot of different people. That's obviously on paper that sounds like a good idea, but I don't know if not everyone likes to be, I guess, maybe mentored. So we'll start with our guest first, Jari. Of the list of information questions, what do you want to know about Jem Hussein Adams?
Let's hear about her accomplishments.
All right. What is the accomplishment you are most proud of? I am super proud of a lot of things. Surviving in the U.S. is probably my biggest accomplishment. After I moved here, I had no one to lean on, and I wanted to give up multiple times and go back home to Guyana. However, I stuck it out. So she survived America.
I like that. Wow.
She survived Chicago specifically, I'm guessing. Which, hey, it's Chicago.
Yeah, it's Chicago.
There's some truth to that.
Big city.
Yeah.
So she's already
big city can be scary sometimes.
a survivor.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
It takes a lot of like guts and bravery to do that.
Not just
leave home.
leave home, move into a whole completely different city. And not just like a completely different city, but like a city like Chicago, which is
And
like
also a different
such its own
country.
thing. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Different culture.
Yeah.
I don't see anywhere in here that describes when she moved. I think that's a big part of it,
sounds
obviously.
like on her own, so like maybe young adult.
Yeah. Yeah. The fact that she was able to. Yeah, she obviously wasn't a child when she moved. So she had no one to lean on. So she moved by herself, is the takeaway here. Jessie, what is your question for what question do you want from Jim?
Well, because we didn't get anything from her job because it sounds
Vague.
sort of vague. I'm going to go with hobbies.
Name 3 of your favorite hobbies. Binge TV.
Oh.
Just say The Office. Working out and driving.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, Jim, but get better hobbies.
I'm not a fan of these hobbies, Jim.
Whoa. Also, like, her saying driving is one of her favorite hobbies is kind of alarming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, maybe
what do you
she
think?
will actually. Well, I think she will actually do really well on Survivor because that's usually an activity that I think stresses a lot of people out.
Oh, that's
in
a fair point.
multiple different ways. And if she really likes it, it kind of sent a shiver down my spine a little bit when I heard it.
just a smidgen. Yeah.
And then also working out, something that
doesn't-
obviously is stressful in a different way.
Yeah. Well, I have a whole other feeling about when people say working out is their favorite hobby.
Okay.
But like, I get it. Because I Pilates, I think I would say is one of my favorite hobbies too.
It's also your job.
But
It's also your occupation.
It's also my job, and it's also something you have to do in order to like keep your body working. So just like Jessie said, I think you should come up with some better hobbies that maybe show who you are a little bit more. Because we all got to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's also a little bit unsettling. I think the driving being a favorite hobby is a little unsettling to me. I don't know why.
It is. It's unsettling. It's like it's giving villain. Kind of.
Yeah.
The question
I wasn't going to be as nice. I was going to say it's giving psychopath, but
the question I'm also going to ask is, what risks have you taken in your life to make a change for the better, even if the outcome wasn't planned? Jem says, I'm a risk taker. Let's just say if it's not risky, I'm not interested. For one, I moved to the U.S. with a suitcase full of clothes and no money. I've bungee jumped, climbed coconut trees, camped in a freezing desert, and traveled alone. All of the above is just the tip of the iceberg.
did she scale an iceberg?
No, I don't know. I'm not entirely positive on that one.
I know that we're not asking this question for them, but she is the one that said she's most like Tony, right?
Yes, there is a question about what past survivor would you play the game most like. Jessie and I aren't completely knowledgeable in like survivor history, but she does say that her past game, Jari is very knowledgeable of survivor history. Who she plays most like, or what past survivor would you play the game most like? Boston Rob, Tony Velachos, and Kelly Wentworth is who she said.
Wow.
Don't
Okay,
really
like,
know who any of those people are.
If I'm the
You
other
know Boston- you know
I know
Boston
Boston
Rob.
Rob, but I don't know like what that means for his gameplay.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Jerry. What?
It's the Tony one that really gets me, because if I am any of the other survivors and I know any of the information we just learned about Jem, I'm terrified. I'm like, oh,
She seems like
stay
a
away
threat.
from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has.
And erratic.
Which makes me think she may not last very long.
Yeah, I think it really.
Like isolated, she could last, but I think she's gonna be a threat.
I think there's a good chance she could last till the merge. I think depending on the tribe she's on with, she could be the leader of the tribe and get things done and kind of really help people, or though she'll annoy people and they'll get rid of her. But if she's on a good tribe, she can probably last to the merge, and at that point, people will be like, "She's a threat." I don't know. I think there's potential she has like Caleb energy from last season.
Caleb.
Okay.
Where I'm not entirely positive, but maybe she's very, I don't know. I don't really know if she's very
charismatic.
like Caleb. But if she's anywhere half of that, then I think she is a threat and helpful, I guess, in the beginning.
I feel like she could be a shield for someone.
That's
like,
plausible.
oh, we have to keep her around because everyone wants her out, kind of vibe. Okay, cool.
All right, that was Jem Hussein Adams. Next up on the list is Ben Katzman. Ben Katzman, here's the photo, Jessie. This is of Ben Katzman.
Oh boy.
He has an energy about him.
He has an energy.
Okay, overalls.
Yeah.
Yes,
all right.
he's wearing some jean overalls and and I believe this is a black and white button-down shirt with
And it's a short sleeve shirt.
short sleeve shirt that has maybe a fowl on it, like some sort of turkey or bird of some sort. It's hard to tell what is on the shirt, but it feels bird-like. It feels avian in nature.
I feel like I feel like I can't figure it out.
She is zooming in on his face. That's all Jessie is doing.
I feel like either the word bruh or bro is going to come out of his mouth,
No, I'll tell you right now.
or he's going to be weird.
Well, here we go. Let's find out right now, folks. He is 31 years old. Ben Katzman's 31 years old. Hometown Miami, Florida. Still resides in Miami, Florida. His occupation is musician.
Okay.
Okay.
He
That's another one of those fake jobs. I'm so sorry. I want people to chase their dreams.
Most of your dreams aren't real.
Okay, I'll ask this question. What is something we would never know from looking at you? I think we're right off the bat.
Okay.
We're like, this guy is something. We don't really know what it is.
I can't get a read on him.
So what is something we would never know from looking at you? People assume I'm a laid-back rocker surfer dude, like
Okay.
Jessie said.
I said it was one way or the other.
But
we did judge him. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think I'm more emotionally intelligent than most people give me credit for. I can read a room. I can read a room and find awareness in most situations while still carrying on being my regular, goofy, fun-loving self.
I definitely get a goofy vibe. I think when I think bro, I don't think like surfer dude bro. I think of like Atlanta bro. Like skater dude who's like trying to be chill,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Trying to be like, I guess woke's not the word, but like,
No, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry, I don't get the impression that you care much for with old Benny boy over here.
I just don't I didn't like the answer to that. You know, it's like, what was the prompt again? It was something people don't know about you or wouldn't expect of you.
What is something
You
we
know?
would never know from looking at you? And you reacted really strongly to, I think I'm more emotionally intelligent than most people give me credit for.
I guess I just have to wait and see if that's really true, you know, because I am judging him as a person who's choosing to be on reality TV.
Sure.
And him saying that he's emotionally intelligent is hard to believe. But I hope I eat those words.
What's also interesting is there are two statements of what people see me as, and those two statements are rocker surfer dude and not really emotionally intelligent. That is what he's saying, is that like, I understand that this is what people see me as. I think they're wrong, but people see me as. There's something about him that gives off these two statements, and he knows it, which is saying something.
And he's aware. So yeah, we'll see. I'm wondering, what about like the friend descriptions?
How would your friends describe you? An emotional and passionate person who's living for a good time and a real time.
That's the
See-
kind of phrasing that makes me think Atlanta, bro. Living for a good
exactly.
time, bro, and a good time and a long
Exactly.
time, bro.
It's like, is it really giving emotional intelligence? I don't know. We will see. But I feel like he could get medevac, and that could rack.
Most likely to be medevac. Oof. Oof. Not feeling Ben so far. Jessie, do you have any question that can maybe turn things around for
What
Ben?
I don't know if this is my pick, but what is the 3 adjectives question?
List 3 adjectives that best describe yourself.
Oh, okay.
I think we have an idea.
We're gonna go with accomplishments.
What is the
Accomplishments for 100, please.
What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? Being alive today and being able to share my journey with my family and students. Pursuing the arts can be grim, but is doable, and you have to have a good head on your shoulders. Getting to teach students how to express themselves and see them come into their own personality based around art. So he is a musician teacher as well, I guess.
Right.
How do we all feel about this guy? About Ben Katzman. Miami resident, musician, also teaches. He is very passionate. People see a lot of things about him, but he doesn't think they're quite true. And he thinks he's very emotionally intelligent, which, to be clear, as a musician, of course I think he thinks he's more emotionally intelligent. Nothing against musicians per se, but just the idea of
Creative type.
is a creative type. He sees like I'm a creative type, but he has people who think he's not.
Which, like, here's the thing.
Which is rough. That's a rough one.
Like, that doesn't bode well for him.
No.
Like, if people, like, you can be one way, but if people, like, perceive you as another thing, ultimately that's really what matters in Survivor.
Yeah.
Is other people's perception of you, which is weird to say, but, like, they are the ones deciding if they want to keep you around. So, like, he might be more emotionally intelligent than people give him credit for, but they may not give him credit for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I see like 2 paths for him, and they're so different.
yeah.
Like, one is he fully embraces this like surfer bro archetype vibe and kind of just like coasts his way to the final 3. I could see that.
Whoa.
Or he's gone day 2.
Yeah.
Like, who is this person?
I read him as early vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm getting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is Ben. Any other thoughts? Just for Jari, his Survivor players, Nick Wilson or Cody Assamaker?
No way. No way.
I don't know what any of that means.
Crazy. Oh my God. He said he'd play like Nick Wilson. Nick Wilson, first of all, is a TERF. He's a transphobe. And he works in the Senate for like, or maybe not the Senate. I don't know. He does something in Kentucky, like politics wise.
I vaguely know of that. Yes, I vaguely know about this.
He's working really, really hard right now, you guys. Working so hard to make incest with your cousin legal.
And he wants to play like this guy, not beat him, but play like this.
Yeah.
But play like him. No, I know, but it's just.
But it's a bold move to bring up in your interview. If you understand his thing.
I don't feel bad about judging Ben anymore.
There we go. Next up is Jessica, goes by Jess Chong. This is showing you Jess. This is Jess. Should be said, obviously, folks, if you want to look at the pictures, they're all online on the EW website, entertainmentweekly.com website. This is Jess Chong.
I love her dress.
It is. It's not a dress. It's a matching like tank top pants situation. But I do really like it. I do love a bold pattern like that.
So far, I'm getting like is really chill and like I don't know. Is either really
like
chill or I'm really wrong and she's gonna be a nightmare. But I
You're
feel
so
very
right.
chill. But like I don't know.
She is Jess Chong, 37 years old, hometown. Weird. She lists 2, Hong Kong / Toronto. So I guess she was born in Hong Kong, but then like moved to Toronto at a super young age and then grew up there. She currently resides in San Francisco, California. So she's giving past lives vibes. I don't know if Jerry, I don't know if you saw that movie. It was a great movie.
Oh my!
It's a great
Changed
movie.
lives.
It's
Changed my
great.
life.
Changed my life.
And her occupation is software engineer. Software engineer. Hong Kong, Toronto,
She has a real job.
and San Fran. 37.
Yeah.
She has lived a life. Jessie, we'll start with you.
She pays her rent, you know?
Yeah.
That's the kind of lady that pays her rent. Show the board. Jessie, what kind of question do you want to know about Jess Chong here?
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, God.
You asked the wrong person. I would like to know her hobbies.
I'm so glad you asked because I love this answer. Name 3 of her favorite
yay.
hobbies. Sewing my own clothes. Biking around San Francisco with my husband. She's taken, ladies.
Oh.
And then number 3, I love this answer. Binge watching 80% of a TV show, panicking about where the time has gone, and then reading recaps for the remaining 20% of the show online. There is an
I'm obsessed with her.
There's an asterisk that then leads to, I don't do this with Survivor, though. So nice save. Nice save. But she binge watches a TV show, freaks out about the time that she's wasted, and just reads a recap to save time.
I've done that before. I love her.
I'm enjoying the vibe I'm getting off her.
Yeah. So far, so good.
So far, so good with Jess. Jerry, do you have a question for her, Jess?
Let's hear about this queen's accomplishments.
What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? I'm proud that after I transitioned my career into software engineering, I work to help others make the transition too. I love mentoring people who are new to software engineering, especially when they've transitioned later in life.
Wow.
So sort of a mentor-teacher role. So yeah, I thought I didn't really get anything from that, but I thought it was very nice.
I got a warm feeling in my heart.
Same.
List 3
And
adjectives.
it's not heartburn.
List 3 adjectives that best describe yourself: silly, animated, compassionate, and persistent.
That was 4.
It was 4. She did cheat, but
Yeah.
she did silly / animated, so we'll give her that one.
Oh, what were they again?
For the 3 adjectives: silly / animated, compassionate, and persistent.
Persistent was a good one.
What are our vibes from Jess Chong? I like her a lot. Is she the winner of Survivor? That's what we're discussing.
I don't think so.
I want to go to the bar with Jess Chong.
Yes, definitely want to get a drink with Jess. And I think
I want to run into her at a Survivor watch party.
I think
Yes.
there will be some good round the fire chats with her. I feel like I don't know that she would make it to the end. Because I think that, I don't know, part of me is she could kind of be that person that Ben thinks he would be, that skates kind of floats in the middle, and then people kind of forget to vote her out. Or
she's just a nice presence to keep around.
Yeah.
I think she has good presence.
I just don't feel like a winning argument kind of vibe
Yeah.
from her. But I feel like she could make it far, though. That's...
Yeah. I don't know.
I agree.
I think she's also incredibly intelligent, and based off just being a software engineer. So I don't know. Does she make the merge? Are we feeling, Jerry, do you think she makes the merge?
I think she makes the merge.
I think there's a world where, let's say, her original tribe is the strongest tribe. And so she, by the time merge happens, is in one of the strongest alliances of the season. So I could see her making it post-merge, but then I think afterwards she would be one of the first few voted out.
Yeah.
Once things started breaking and crumbling,
I have no vibe, no read off of how she'll do in challenges.
Yeah.
A big part of this.
I mean, she bikes. She,
It's true.
do you see those guns? Nobody saw those guns. I think she can do pretty well. at
also,
challenges.
not only bikes, but around San Francisco,
Yeah.
famously hilly.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
that
think
is
she'll
a
do
tough
pretty
place
well in
to bike.
challenges. I'm worried for Ben in challenges. I'm not getting I'm not quite getting what's his face, the first challenge where you like passed out in the water.
The first challenge where you pass them.
Brandon? No.
Oh, Brandon from season 1.
I'm not getting
45?
quite Brandon.
We're the Brandon with the jeans.
But like we're not getting like Lindsay vibes here. We're not getting like, you know,
Yeah.
with Ben.
Yeah.
But with Jess, I think she could do well.
She could have Lindsay vibes, maybe.
She could, maybe,
I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that is Jess Chong. And just for anyone else, past survivor you like to play the game most like, Jessie, you can actually do this. She writes Ty, Marianne.
Ooh.
And,
oh my God.
And also she writes Gabby. I don't know who Gabby is, but she wrote Ty,
Gabby
Marianne.
was
I don't remember.
Oh, from the Braun from Nick Wilson's season. Gabby is on that season.
Well, then
and she's
says
a very lovable nerd.
Gabby, Marianne, and Ty.
who's Ty?
From the
Beauty versus Brain versus Braun. It was
I don't know what
Michelle
that means.
Fitzgerald's winning season.
I don't know what that whole sentence meant.
Don't worry about it. Ty is oh yeah, you don't know Ty actually. Ty
I know
is,
Marianne.
Yes, you know Marianne. Ty is a bald Asian
one
dude. That's all you got to know.
Yeah. You guys should watch that season of Survivor. It's so good.
Yes, he's a fan favorite. But Marianne, you know Marianne. Next up, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name.
Okay.
But there are reasons. His name is Banu Gopal. Perhaps how you say his name?
How do you spell it?
That's a great question. This is Banu.
This is a good pick.
Banu Gopal. It is spelled Bhanu. Is Banu. Last name Gopal. Gopal. This is Banu Gopal. His age is...
Okay.
I like the
He
pick.
looks ready to go. He looks like he's
a
ready.
lot of good energy.
Yeah. He's like, I'm ready to go, but I'm not intense.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting from him.
He is 41 years old. He is from India. I'm not going to attempt the city name there. I can't. Current residence, Acton, Massachusetts. He is an IT quality analyst. Quality analyst.
Okay.
I'm just going to go right off the bat. Name 3 for favorite hobbies: dancing, swimming, yoga. Now those are some hobbies. We can all agree.
And you see, they're also 3 forms of working out, but you get to see so much more about the person.
Yeah.
When they tell you what, how they like to work out.
He's an active person.
But like has
And a
specific
performer,
interests.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But also yoga.
He does have like a light energy about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, like he looks ready to go. Like he looks like he's ready to jump at a challenge, but also like I'm not like Jonathan. I'm like I'm gonna bro out and crush it, kind of,
Yeah, he's
Right.
also not. He's not a jack.
He feels
dude.
more laid back.
It's swimming.
Yeah.
Swimming and yoga are very interesting because it's like he's not like a jack dude, but he probably has like an inherent like strength to him. And at 41 years old, he's so far the oldest person on the cast.
Wow.
So far, I'm not sure if there's older, obviously, but he's certainly up there. You were going to say something, Jerry?
Well, it just seems like he might be good at physical challenges because of the activities he enjoys.
Mm-hmm.
But just from the vibe I'm getting from him, and also knowing men that like to participate in those activities, he probably is going to be a good social element.
Yeah.
In the tribe as well.
Jerry, do you have a question for Banu?
Oh, yes. What about an unknown fact or whatever it was?
What is something we would never know from looking at you? I'm very good at making first-time impressions. Combined with my expressive social media presence, people often mistake me for an extrovert. However, I am an introvert at heart.
Wow.
Expressive social media presence. What does that mean?
Yeah.
He posts a lot of stuff?
He was giving me extrovert energy from the picture.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
I mean, dancing is a very extrovert activity.
he could just be an outgoing introvert.
Yeah, that's totally
Yeah.
plausible.
That's true.
Maybe he's just not.
Well,
as
now I feel like he's not going to do well.
Ooh, interesting. Jessie, do you have a question?
Risks for 600.
Risks. He was not asked about his wrists, so
Okay,
can you pick a
fine.
different question?
Can you ask him about his ankles?
No,
Because you kept saying wrists.
my apologies. Well, if you're thinking
about-
go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I go? Okay. That's really the one I wanted. How about accomplishments? I guess it'll be boring.
What is the accomplishment you're most proud of becoming a citizen of the United States of America?
We've
Wow,
already got
hard to
that
do.
one, dude.
Boo! What a time to become a citizen. I don't know. I don't really think we got a lot from Banu other than he is like an active 41-year-old man that is kind of has extroverted and introverted tendencies. That's kind of all I got from
Yeah.
him.
I got really nothing from this guy other than
Yeah.
He looks like he might have a social game. He might have a good competitive game.
does he look like he'll have a good social game?
Well, he talks. He does a lot of like extroverted things, and it seems like he crosses that boundary a lot of times. So I'm saying he might have a good social game. He might have a good competitive game. I have no idea on his strategy game, but that's where I'm sitting right now with Banu.
Yeah. Yeah, I just put a bunch of question marks next to Banu's name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about him.
Yes, he's a guy I have to see in action.
He feels like he checks boxes, but I feel like he's going to struggle with actually strategizing because of like, I don't know, something about like him saying like people wouldn't see that I'm introverted. I feel like that might get in his way of like being strategic.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, I feel like when you're introverted too, like you really do need alone time to recharge and like recalibrate.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get that on the island.
Yeah.
So I could see him like devolving into madness also.
Plausible. Devolving
Yeah.
into madness. Fantastic. Next up, Kenzie Petty. This is Kenzie
Ooh.
Petty.
Ooh, I like her energy.
Distinct person here, Kenzie Petty. There she is, Jess.
Kenzie.
Oh,
Redhead.
I foresee some problems.
Redhead covered in tattoos.
She's going to have too much energy for some people.
She's got basically like two full sleeves, and like her legs are all tatted up as
she
well.
seems very nice, but I have a feeling she has a personality that people are going to find too much.
She is 29 years old from Gibraltar, Michigan, but currently resides in Charlotte, North Carolina. Her occupation, she is the owner of a salon.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Somebody's going to find her
okay.
too much.
She talks probably a lot.
Which, like,
She's always getting tea on people.
yeah.
Ooh.
And it's going to work really well for a select group of people, but I feel like she's going to be one of those people that, like, if, you know, her alliance gets voted out, I'm not sure it's going to go well for her.
But your great point of picking up on the tea, she could
Yeah.
have a great social game potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's from Michigan. People from Michigan do really well on reality competition shows. Historically.
What is it about Michigan?
The snow. The lakes. Jerry, do you want to ask a question for Kenzie Petty?
Yes.
I didn't say for last one for Banu. His Survivor player was John Cochran.
How old is Kenzie, by the way?
Kenzie is 29.
That's okay. I like that about Banu. That's nice to
What
know.
did you say?
I said his John Cochran was the Survivor
I don't
player.
know who that is.
Yeah, you won't know.
I don't know,
Another
like, I
level
asked, like, I'm going to know.
I know. I don't know. He did that. But 29 years old is Kenzie Petty.
What's the friend's description? Is it how
How would your friends?
describe her?
How would your friends describe you? We didn't really have asked that question yet.
Let's do that one.
I literally asked one of them, and this is what they said: "Quote: resilient, resourceful, driven, self-sufficient, adventurous. You know what you want, and you make it happen. Forgiving, caring, reliable, fun, smart. You're inspiring. You build people up."
Wow. She's a girl boss.
Yeah. I still feel like she's probably very nice. But I feel like
Jessie's
because I like this is the thing, like with Carolyn too, it was like once you hit
you're right.
that critical period of like, all right, the novelty is worn off and these people are driving me nuts, somebody is gonna be too much.
That's
And
so
I
true.
just have this feeling that it's possible she could be that person. I could be wrong.
I think you're right. And I think that's why I feel like she's going to do well.
If she can, my thing is she has to be able to survive that turning point. Because usually if you can survive that, the people get over it and then they find a way to love you, right? Or like,
Yeah.
But it's that moment that like somebody is sacrificed because of their personality when people hit that critical moment of like everyone is driving us nuts. We've been around these people too long. Somebody gets sacrificed. And if she survives it, I think she's good. But like
She has to survive
she
it.
has to survive that.
Yeah.
My question I'm asking is, what is
Can she do
something
that?
what is something we would never know from looking at you? I'm a savage in Settlers of Catan, the board game.
Whoa.
That's a massive move to me because that means she is a very strategic person.
She's a strategist.
If she says she's a savage, then she must be a very strategic person. And right now, I am personally in my head building a case of potentially a great social game, potentially a really good to great strategy game. Because you have to be really good at strategy to be claiming a savage in Catan. You got to make a lot of deals and whatnot. Jessie, question for her.
Them wrists.
What risks have you taken in your life to make a change for the better, even if the outcome wasn't planned? Opening my salon was a giant risk. I have no business degree. I had no idea what a business plan even was. But a spot opened up, and I hopped right on up to take over a lease. I didn't have a fallback plan. 2 months after our first anniversary of being open, COVID shut us down for the quarantine. So she opened up... Wait, hold on. So she opened up a salon... She went for a spot. She no idea, just kind of dove head first into it, and then had the store for a year. 2 months later, COVID shut them down. So she's still a salon owner? Does she reopen?
I don't know.
I think maybe she's saying that she was able to survive that, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
She didn't have a lot of time under her belt before that and still survived it, maybe?
Yeah, maybe that's what she's getting at.
It is. That answer to me is also giving a little bit of Jason, our friend Jason Waller. The idea of diving into opening up a coffee shop, but then also 2 months after the first anniversary of the store being open, COVID happening. Now, luckily, Waller's never shut down, but the idea of like, there's a little bit of there's a scrappiness to this person that I'm liking. I don't know. I like her. I'm liking her a lot.
That does not bode well for all of us.
We all like the same people.
Do rock, paper, scissors over her.
Well, it'll be a draft, so whoever picks her first picks her first.
Well, and also like I'm just so skeptical too because the people that you always think are gonna kill it end up being like Hannah last season.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like,
does Kenzie have a nicotine addiction? That's the question I want to ask.
Do any of these people have a nicotine addiction?
Is anyone going to come in wearing jeans? All right, next up, Charlie Davis. Charlie Davis. Here we go. Here's the picture. He looks like he's a
cutie.
Average young white male. He is 26 years old. He was
same.
Born in Manchester by the Sea, Massachusetts, and resides in Boston.
He's a New England guy. He was in a fraternity. He was probably the weird one in the group, nerdy, like the nerdy fraternity. You know what I mean?
He's giving me kind of nerd vibes.
Yeah.
What does he do at Boston? He's a law student. Do we have another Jake on our hands?
Whoa. Oh, I hope we do. I miss Jake.
Yeah, me too.
I got Ryan a cameo from Jake.
Oh, really?
Did I tell you guys that?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Real quickly, going back to Kenzie, I keep forgetting to do this, but this one was important. What past survivor would play the game most like? Marianne.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I wasn't getting that.
Kenzie
but
said that?
Kenzie
Yeah.
said
I
that.
wasn't getting that either. Okay.
That makes me slightly nervous, but we'll move on.
Yeah.
Charlie Davis, age 26, Manchester by the Sea, lives in Boston as a law student, so goes to some Boston law school. Whatever that is. Jari, what question do you have for Charlie Davis?
What are his hobbies?
His hobbies, name 3 of your favorite hobbies. Running, and by that he means like competitive, serious competitive running.
Is boating
Okay.
one of them?
No.
Sailing or whatever.
Debating.
Wearing Sperry's.
Yeah.
Wearing Sperry's. Debating.
Wearing Vineyard Vines.
Let me get through this.
Going to Martha's Vineyard.
Running, debating, and board games are his favorite hobbies.
So nerd. Only nerds play board games.
Well, hold on.
I say that because we have a very large
I don't
board
know.
game collection.
Yeah. Well, the 3 of us all love board games,
Yeah.
so
That's true.
we can say that.
Yeah.
Jesse, do you have a question for Charlie Davis?
I have many questions. I don't think any of them will ever be answered.
The first one is
What?
why?
What is unknowns for 300, please?
What is something we would never know from looking at you? You will never be able to tell how hard I fight for the people I love.
Okay, that I feel like is that's like when people ask you in your job interview, what's your greatest weakness? You're like, I'm a perfectionist.
Now, yeah, I think on paper
This is a non-answer.
I will say that's a very sweet answer.
It's a very sweet answer. It tugs at your heartstrings, but it says nothing about him.
It says he's loyal.
Well, yeah, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like that was kind of like
It's a cop
meant
out
to
answer.
tug at your hearts, but kind of like a cop-out answer.
The reason it feels, I think, more like a cop-out answer is because he is a 26-year-old law student. He's a very loyal person, but like the life experience of it all
Yeah.
is lacking.
I mean, I guess they could just be a little bit more fun with their answers.
I agree.
Yeah, just
It's
have
like,
better
I
answers
would say
and have better hobbies.
I won like saying like, oh, I won a watermelon eating competition.
Yeah.
That's fun. You know?
Be more interesting. That's all she's saying.
Well, there we go. If he fights with the people he loves, let's figure out what his friends describe him as. How would your friends
Okay,
describe
yeah.
you? Funny/goofy, intelligent, charismatic, charming, strategic, competitive, weird, definitely a nerd, has his moments though. I don't know if that, why do you have that part?
Right.
Yeah.
Also, they didn't say loyal, so
They're a fun guy to hang out with, and he's strategic because he plays board games.
So
And competitive by playing board games. This is Charlie Davis.
this kid will make it far if he attaches himself to someone quickly.
yeah.
Yeah.
They will
Yeah.
carry him through, and then he may be able to find his way into the end.
He needs a day.
Otherwise,
He needs a day one group.
he needs an Austin.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs an Austin.
He needs an Austin, or else he's probably not going to make it very far. I think.
Well, it makes me nervous that he is a debater and that like he likes to debate. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that could go so south for him so
But
fast.
it could go really well for Kenzie when people snap.
Well, the question is he's still a
Take out this guy,
He's still a student, so he is just an amateur debater.
which is worse.
Yes, yeah. If you're going to be a debater,
it is worse.
If you want to be a
Yeah.
debater, you want to be a master debater.
We were all thinking it.
Do you like that setup? Do you like myself setting up the joke? What past survivor would you play the game like? Spencer Bledsoe,
Doesn't ring a bell.
and Christian Hubicki.
I love Christian, and that brings Charlie up a lot for me. Thank you for saying this for me,
Of
Ryan.
course.
I appreciate that.
Well, I also had the thought of there are people that are probably listening to this that have more survivor history knowledge than we do, so maybe it'd be helpful for them. Next up is Liz Wilcox. I gotta say, right off the bat, I love her vibes. Liz
Ooh, okay.
Wilcox.
Okay.
I enjoy her vibes. She seems fun. I mean, right off the bat.
She seems fun. She seems like gonna have a tough first day of like
Ooh,
is probably
yeah.
too funny. for some people that we've seen so far.
I do want to point out the rims of her glasses are rainbow, like turquoise, like
okay.
rainbow turquoise. You know, that sort of like turquoise.
You know what
idea?
energy she kind of gives me is the smart house lady.
You know what energy she gives me? The white guy, the white teacher from Abbott Elementary.
Jacob.
Oh my God, yes.
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 She gives me Jacob
Very that.
vibes. Liz Wilcox, she is 35 years old, born in Luther, Michigan,
Whoa, another Michigander.
but resides in Orlando, Florida. Oh, Orlando. Her occupation, she's a marketing strategist.
Oh, okay.
So interesting.
She knows what people want to hear.
Yeah.
Jessie, do you have a question for Liz Wilcox?
Alrighty, Liz. Tell me about your hobbies, because I have a feeling you have some interesting ones. Or am I wrong?
They're interesting. Name 3 of your favorite hobbies. Running.
No.
Telling jokes.
Oh, no.
And number 3, making money. Oh no, Liz. Oh no, Liz.
Bye-bye, Liz.
Those are not good answers, Liz. I hate to say it.
No, oh no. That's like the
Liz.
equivalent of her saying, like, taking names.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
Telling
All
jokes.
right.
Telling jokes is an interesting one.
Is a hobby.
Being a comedian, like stand up, doing stand up, but
It's like,
telling jokes.
it's like people trying to slip these things in, like, it's not a hobby, I'm just trying to tell you that I'm funny.
Yeah.
Right. But,
Yeah.
like, that doesn't work. When you
No.
say, oh, telling jokes, I'm like, I don't want to hear your jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, when I saw her picture, I was like, I want to hear your jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Then after
Yeah.
hearing that, I'm like, nah, I don't.
Making money hurts me.
Yeah.
Jerry, do you have one? Do you have a question for Liz Wilcox?
How would her friends describe her?
Relentless as all get out. People are always
Okay.
telling me that my drive is so inspiring.
Okay.
Okay, so she could really make it or not.
I feel like she's not.
There are 2 questions here that I really like, but I'm only going to ask this one. What is something we would never know from looking at you?
Did you read the answers to both of them?
Oh, I read I read the answers to all of them and pick the better one.
You can't, because you're getting more information than we are.
I'm not letting
talked
that judge me.
about-
I'm not letting that judge me. Don't worry about it.
No, but you are. You will be. So
Okay. I don't remember it.
this is what we agreed on last time, was you can't
yeah.
read the other answers.
I'm trying not to, but these were really, really good.
You
What
can
is
read them afterward.
What is something we would never know from looking at you? I was mute until the age of 7, had a crazy nervous tic, and would hyperventilate from nerves. Now I'm a public speaker in the face of my company. You would never guess.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
That
I think
help-
gaining points back.
Yeah. That's a real helpful, Liz. I'm still unsure, but that's real good.
I think that kind of confirmed what I was already feeling about her, though, to be honest, for me. Because I was getting this vibe from her, like, she was mute for a very long period of time as a child. And so now I think she's a chatty Cathy.
Yeah.
And I think that is really going to bug people. Or, bug people in the right way. They keep her around as a shield,
Yeah. Survivor, what past Survivor you play as? Russell and Sandra.
Whoa, crazy. Russell is a crazy choice. Sandra is, Sandra, she's a queen. Will she play like either of those people? I don't know, Liz.
Yeah.
I don't know if I see that for you.
Very interesting person. Michigan, Florida, marketing strategist, 35. I don't really get any sort of vibes on how any aspect of her game would be. I mean, she's in shape for running, I guess, and strategy. I don't know. I don't really know.
She wants to make money, so she's really driven to win.
Yeah.
but
So
does
is
she
it-
have the tools for it? I don't
I don't
know.
know. Ryan, you can't read the answers to the
Okay.
rest of them.
I know that really bothered you, and I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to avoid
And you
it.
can't, and it's also just the fact that you read the answers and pick the better question to ask. We don't get that.
Okay. I'm not
Actually,
going to remember.
can I just defend Ryan? I kind of like that he's doing that because he's picking the best thing for all of us to hear.
Yeah, but then he has all
Which-
the information.
That
to
is
read all.
that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah.
doing an answer. I'm asking a question based off of, oh, this is what it was. So I'm trying to filter it to get a better
Fine,
pot.
you pick last.
I okay, that's fair. I think that's fair. We can all agree. That's fair.
Yeah.
I pick last.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make
You ain't getting Kenzie.
I'm trying to get a wait. Oh, not the question asking. You mean I draft
You
last.
draft last.
Okay. And by that you mean you like
In the turns, you're the
Yeah.
last one.
we'll do snake rules. We didn't discuss this, but like snake rules where like if it's Jessie is 1, Jari is 2, I'm 3, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. We'll do that.
No, Jerry and I will just alternate who goes first, and you're gonna go last every time.
I don't like that. Next up is David Jelinski. He goes by his last name Jelinski.
How the heck do you spell
Okay. All right.
A great question.
Wait, he goes by Jelinski?
Yes, is David.
that? Oh,
Got
this
it.
dude's saying, bro.
Yeah, he goes by his last name Jelinski.
Okay.
And he has got.
Okay.
And if I don't know if you can saw it in the picture, but he has basically like a Weird Al style hairdo with the tight curls. He's wearing a gray hoodie, and he's lanky as hell.
Also, is it a sleeveless hoodie?
Yep.
It is a cutoff
It is
sleeveless
exactly
hoodie,
Sleeveless hoodie.
so he can
Yes.
show off his tats, and he is wearing jean shorts.
I'm sorry. He's wearing.
Jean shorts.
He's wearing.
George.
Thank you.
He's by far so far the youngest contestant at the age of 22. He is born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh, whoa, what? He is a slot machine salesman
Oh no.
Oh,
at
This is-
22.
I'm feeling winner energy.
I'm
winner
feeling-
energy.
I'm feeling all those things. Winter energy
Shady guy. That's what I'm writing down.
in like 5% of the circumstances, and I'm feeling early vote in 95% of the circumstances.
He is
Like there's one scenario for me, and I don't know what it is, but it's just most of the scenarios that come up in my head are he's an early vote.
22, lives in Vegas, slot machine salesman.
And he also looks, and to be fair to Jelinski, I am looking at his picture through a FaceTime on an iPad, but he looks like he's about 52 years old.
Yeah, he does not look 22.
No, not at all. And it's giving shady. It's giving slightly evil undertones.
It's giving gonna faceplant in the first challenge.
I see him taking it all the way, honestly.
I see him eating it in the beginning, honestly.
Interesting. Well, who's got a
Well-
question? We got two different sides. Who's got a question?
This is me and Jesse's first disagreement.
Yeah.
Also.
Yes. Two different
I
sides.
hardcore disagree.
What's the question that will help you get more information and see if they would help your case here then?
Do you have one, Jess? I don't know yet.
How would he? I want to see how he describes himself.
Well, there's not a question for that. You mean?
Yeah, 3 adjectives to describe yourself.
Oh, yes. List 3 adjectives that best describe yourself. Sorry, my apologies. Passionate, confident, intelligent.
Ooh,
There's
scary.
something about
Okay.
people calling themselves intelligent
There's a
that
trend.
really, really raises a flag for me.
I believe you said that same thing like last season, where like intelligent people calling yourself intelligent is weird. I mean,
It is weird.
There's
it
a
was passionate, intelligent, and what?
confident,
Confident.
which plays into the intelligent part, I think.
Yeah. I don't think he's making it very far. I'm going to be honest.
Interesting. Who was the guy that was
What's-
joined up with Austin?
Drew.
Drew?
Yeah.
He kind of gives me Drew vibes a little bit.
Kinda.
A little
The
bit.
confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart, intelligent,
But like, he
confident.
gives me late game Drew vibes.
Oh, over ego,
Yeah.
inflated ego.
Yeah.
Totes that.
Jerry.
Risks.
What risks have you taken in your life to make a change for the better, even if the outcome wasn't planned? Dropping out for 1 year after high school was a risk that has paid off so far.
Wait, dropping out for 1 year.
Yes, he went to high school for 1 year and dropped out and never went back to school.
He said dropping out for 1 year after high school.
Yes. I don't exactly know, but he said that has paid off so far. So I'm not entirely positive
He's taking a gap year is what that sounds like. He's not.
But he's 22.
He hasn't taken any risks.
It doesn't sound like he dropped out. It sounds like he just didn't go to college after high school.
I read this as he dropped out of high school in 1 year and now he lives in Vegas as a
read it?
slot machine salesman. I agree with what I understand what you're saying. It says dropping out for 1 year, not dropping out.
Dropping out for 1 year after high school was a risk that has paid off so far. So he's still in it.
In high school at 22?
No, he took a gap year, I think, or something. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, that's a
Who
confusing
knows
sentence.
what the heck he's saying?
It's the four. It's the four part that is confusing. I think it might be dropping out.
It's
after 1
the
year.
4 and then after high school. If you dropped out in high school, you didn't drop out after high school.
Oh, like he didn't go into college immediately?
That's what it sounds like because he specifically says after high school.
But you go into college at like 17, 18.
Yeah.
Not 21.
I think he might have gone to college for a year and then dropped out. Is that what he was saying?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Which, like, samesies if he did that. But also, I'm getting from him, like, he's 22. He has this confidence. He has probably, a shady job. I'm getting, like, a young, immortal energy from him, which is terrifying. And I think could do him well in Survivor.
I desperately want to know what his friends think about him, so I'm going to ask that one. How would your friends describe you? And there's a paragraph.
Okay. Oh.
My closest friends would say that David Jelinski thinks he knows everything. He is too smart for his own good. Growing up, he was a hothead and would argue with you until you gave in and told him he was right. But he has matured a lot over the years and understands when he should concede in an argument. He's 22. He always lends an ear and an open heart when you need it. And he always offers the best advice he can. Now, he may have matured. He is 22. And there's this whole high school issue that we can't suss out. But when you're not eating food, not drinking water, on an island, will that come back?
With however many strangers who are all fighting you for $1 million, he's not. I don't see him making it very far.
He's a wild card.
Yeah. Are you still on the train of you're still confident in him on Jelinski?
Like, yes, I can't. Like, I'm scared of him. That's why I have confidence in him.
I'm terrified of this man.
That whole thing you just read, I wrote down in my notes, sociopath.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. He's not making it far.
so-
I don't think
Or he's great. Or he, as he puts in his Survivor thing, this is a person I know. You vaguely maybe know Jesse. He wrote down Russell as an option.
Sociopath.
Whoa. So his past Survivor players were Russell, Fabio, Sammy, Tyson, Rick Devens.
Sammy. Tyson. Love Tyson.
Yeah. Well, I think Sammy is like the young, smart. You remember Sammy, the young kid, smart kid, didn't tell people that who he was. The Mormon kid, kind of tight curly hair, short curly hair, glasses. That was very strategic. From 2 seasons ago, the Gabler season.
you have to show me a picture. I have no idea who the heck you're talking about.
But that is kind of. I'm not sure about that one, but I think that's just the idea of he's young.
Yeah, I think you're probably on the right path there.
I don't think this kid makes it to the merge. I'm being honest. Like, I don't think he does.
Do you think?
I can't see him. There's a water bottle in the way.
Does it usually say, because, like last season for Brandon, did it say that he was like a super fan?
I don't recall.
Okay. Because, like, I could also see this person being a super fan, too.
It's plausible. He did
makes me
name 5 people.
Yeah. And, like, if he is a super fan, that actually makes me feel like he's not going to do as well.
Because he'll get overconfident.
So you're coming around.
He's already overconfident, for sure.
That's fair. Next up is Maria Shrine Gonzalez. 48 from Dallas, Texas. And oh my gosh, what a fascinating job that she has. This is Maria Shrine Gonzalez.
Okay.
Love
it.
What did I say?
Looks great.
48. 48. So she is currently the oldest on the island from Dallas, Texas. Her occupation, a parent coach. A parent coach. Don't exactly know what that means.
Like a life coach, but like for parents.
Yes.
I'm getting Bruce vibes for some reason.
Bruce? Is it because she's the oldest so far?
No, I'm getting like probably, I don't know, like, I don't know what it is. You know, like when Bruce was like trying to tell everybody how to do things. You know what I mean? Like,
I get what you're saying. Like she's gonna be like mama.
Like, I hate to say, like, because she's the 48-year-old woman, she's the mama figure. It's more of like the, like, I don't know why. Just something about her picture.
The manager.
I'm getting manager. I'm getting manager vibe.
Okay.
But maybe not as stubborn as Bruce.
Oh,
maybe a little more self-aware than Bruce.
I pray not.
I don't know.
Yeah,
There's just something about it that's like but she is going to be one of those people that has more life experience than everyone else. Mm-hmm. So there is going to be a level of, she probably does know more than you in some scenarios.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Her and Jelinski on the same tribe.
I just feel like
I hope. That's what I was just thinking in my head.
That'd make great TV. Jesse, do you have a question for Maria Shrine Gonzalez? I believe it's Shrine. Shrime.
Yeah.
Maria Shrine Gonzalez. Do you have a question for Maria?
Yeah, let's go with accomplishments.
What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? I have so many accomplishments that I'm incredibly proud of, but I would say birthing my...
I was going to say, if having children is what she says, then we're fucked.
birthing...
Yeah, she's putting herself in that box, in the mom box.
Yep, she's fucked.
But I say birthing my 3 children at home on my terms without medication and without interruptions were the most empowering moments for me. There is nothing that can compare to a woman's strength when she gives birth, and having the perseverance to do it the way I wanted was an experience I will never forget.
Like, she's not wrong. However, this tells me a lot. Mm-hmm. And like, yes.
She could be one of those like anti-vaccine moms.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
From Dallas, Texas.
TikTok moms. Anti-vax moms.
Yes, that's the energy.
I'm getting is gonna tell you like all the things you shouldn't be eating in your life and all the things you shouldn't be using in your home.
Yeah.
Kind of vibes, unsolicited advice. I think that's kind of what I was getting at with the Bruce vibe, more of the unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
Yes, you're so right.
That's the vibe I'm getting. And, you know, like, yes, birthing your children, especially on your own terms, is a huge accomplishment. However,
that was
it really
a crazy
just
way to
drives
describe
home,
it.
and also drives home the point that I was feeling already.
Jari, what is your question?
Oh, an unknown fact.
What is something we would never know from looking at you? I ate sheep's head in Morocco. I'll try most things once. Was Miss February in a salsa vixen swimsuit calendar. Got lost on the Champs-Élysées in Paris when I was a little girl. Never learned how to whistle growing up and have an obsession with untying knots.
Okay, so, like, she'll be able to untie knots really well in challenges, but, like...
Pretty good.
They're going to vote you out quick when you won't leave them alone.
Yeah.
About probably their life choices.
I do get a little bit of a vibe of annoyance, I think.
Why did she bring in the whistle thing?
Yeah.
Like, why even say that?
Well,
Why are you wasting the words
at least
for the answer of this question?
Better than...
I never learned to whistle. So many people can't whistle.
I can't whistle.
I can't either. Like, that's
At least it was better than I'm emotionally aware.
Name 3 of your favorite hobbies: travel, running, spending time with friends. Don't really get much from there. So yeah, she's an interesting one. Maria, she's an interesting one. Gotta say.
I'm getting.
She could
points on
have.
TikTok, Mom.
I think you're right, Jesse, that she could potentially have like a negative case in terms of social game. Strategy, challenges. Maybe she's good at challenges. She does running and traveling, so maybe she's going to be good at challenges. Strategy, who knows? Past Survivor, would you play the game most like? Natalie Anderson.
Oh, wow. That's a good answer. Natalie, in Winners at War, was the girl who stayed in Exile Island like the whole season.
Oh, yeah. She also says Drea Wheeler. You remember Drea? She was had the braids, the bun on the top of her head. So that's also who she likes to play. Would you play the most like is Drea. And by that, I mean get eliminated and then yell at the person who eliminated you after the game is over. That's a little bit of tea. Hunter McKnight is the next man. Hunter McKnight. If I told you to draw a guy named Hunter McKnight, this is who you would draw.
Wow. Yeah, it really is.
This guy looks like his name is Hunter McKnight. That's the only way I can describe him. I really hope he is from the South. He is 28 years old. He's a science teacher from French Camp, Mississippi.
He looks like he describes himself as the cool teacher.
Oh, 100%. 100%. He's the
How
cool.
old is he?
He is 28 years old.
And he might be the cool teacher, but he looks like he describes himself as the cool teacher.
I think he does the gritty in front of his students.
He's a science teacher, that's promising.
But it is for a science teacher from Mississippi.
He
Now, I
probably
don't
has
want
a
to
bumper
judge.
sticker that says "Science is cool."
He definitely does.
Any questions for Hunter McKnight?
Where's he from? Mississippi?
He is from the Mississippi.
I have so many questions for Hunter.
So he enjoys crawdads. That's the tip. We have to know. We have to know this. Jared, do you have a question for Hunter McKnight?
I want to ask him if he believes in evolution, but that's not an option.
Do you teach it? Do you teach it, or do you believe in it?
I'm really curious, but how do his friends describe him?
How competitive, a bit odd, intelligent, quick-witted, maybe a little arrogant, fun, hardworking.
Okay, I like him.
I think those are good. I think those are good adjectives to have going into a game.
It's really honest.
Yeah. Jesse?
Let's go with risks. How has this man taken a risk in his life?
What risks? He is from the Mississippi. What risks have you taken in your life to make a change for the better, even if the outcome wasn't planned? I left a full ride scholarship and direct admission into medical school to come back and teach in my hometown. I decided I could be more impactful teaching here compared to medicine.
Wow.
Honestly, it ended up being an awesome decision.
Feels like chickening out, though.
He had a full ride scholarship to basically become a doctor. A medical school
dropout.
Well, not technically a dropout.
No.
He didn't accept. He didn't go.
I think the outcome and the way he's looking at it is admirable. I'm not saying that, it's just because he chickened out. But it does sound like the scenario in which some people would make that decision because they're afraid to do the other thing.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's not admirable to want to teach and make an impact and all that, but
I think you're right.
Name 3 of he also, by the way, full ride medical school, smart.
Yeah, definitely
smart.
Incredibly smart.
And he's doing Survivor, so he is taking a risk.
Yeah.
Name 3 of your favorite hobbies. Camping, playing any sport, building Survivor challenges.
Any sport?
Yes. Playing any sport.
I could find him a sport. I think I could find a sport he wouldn't like.
He loves ultimate frisbee. But building
Does he
Survivor
love
challenges.
cheerleading?
Yes, he loves cheerleading.
Oh, he builds Survivor challenges?
Yes, he doesn't do them. He just builds them.
Just builds them. Well, then he's probably going to do pretty well if he
Yeah.
builds the challenges and practices them at home.
Yeah, right now, right off the bat, honestly, I think Hunter, to me, is a massive threat. And
Yeah.
I think he is easily, unless something goes wrong for him, making the merge, to me.
Yeah.
Easily making the merge.
But
agree.
does he survive long after the merge?
That I am unsure. Right off the bat, it feels like he's a smart guy that builds these challenges, that looks in fairly good, decent shape. There's no reason why I don't see him making the merge at all. I think the only reason is just for whatever reason something happens with his tribe.
Well, and he's hardworking and he likes camping. That's a good person to keep around.
Yes. All right, this is a day 2 recording session for this. Jessie wasn't feeling too hot, and so she is in bed now.
Sorry, I took a big sip. I'm sorry.
Wow, Jessie's gone, and Jari just can't get it together. She's falling apart at the seams over here. She's crying, folks. She's crying. Jari's crying.
I took a big sip and I was like, oh, I wonder if they can hear my swallow.
I do not think your microphone, which is, I think, just your headset, is that capable of that kind of audio experience.
It was so loud in my head.
Hot damn.
All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so Jessie's not going to be joining us for the last 8 people, but she got through the majority, so that's all good. So what we're going to do, basically continue where we left off with the next 8 contestants are the new season of Survivor. And then, sadly, we won't be doing the draft of our teams this episode. Instead, we'll do them offline. That way that, Jessie gets a fair shake of her choice of people, yada, yada, yada. So what we'll do is offline, the 3 of us will draft our teams, and we'll reveal those people at the start of episode 1 next week. So that is said plan. So let's start off with who we left off, and this is Mariah Gaynor. I got no...
Mariah.
It's spelled Moriah. Gaynor.
That really gives Mariah for me, but I don't know.
It gives Moira to me, but it could be Mariah. The I in there is what's probably making it Mariah.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is her picture for you, Jari.
Oh, yeah.
For the audience, she is a redhead, much akin to my wife. Wearing this is our second. Keep in mind, folks.
Second overall.
Second pair of overalls. The other one was Ben, which was not good for Ben.
It was not good for Ben.
But these are
His also had a bird on them.
That's true. She's giving Brave vibes. The redhead, the green overalls. She's giving Brave.
She kind of looks like Kendra a little bit.
A little bit. I can see that. for sure. She is 28 years old from Boca Raton, Florida. She currently resides in San Diego, California, and she is a program coordinator. Don't know what program, just program coordinator. So what sort of questions do you have for M. Gaynor?
Okay, questions. I have so many. Tell me about her number 1 accomplishment.
What is the accomplishment? What is the accomplishment you are most proud of? I'm most proud of completing my marathon. My freshman year of college, I started running to try for a half marathon, I guess. Then it grew into a full. I'm not just proud of the product of completing the marathon, but the grit and determination it took to get there. 6 days of running for 4 months straight in New York City is no joke. I felt like I spent my salary that year on energy gels and socks.
Wow.
That's very impressive.
So, it's very impressive. And also just interesting, this is our second marathon runner.
Yes, I believe, who was it? Charlie was another runner, determined runner?
Charlie, yes. And also a lot of people from Florida.
Well, Florida's a good place to pull from because there's a lot of survival needing to happen in Florida.
And a lot of
And
characters.
a lot of characters. But this is Florida to California, so that's also interesting. So there is an idea of, just based on hometown they're currently residing, she traveled cross country at some point.
Yeah.
Or moved cross country at some point, and she has competed in a full marathon. And my mom, in sort of a jokingly, a sort of maybe a midlife thing, like at the age of 50 something, started competing and seriously take running and started doing half and full marathons. She's
that's
done
so awesome.
Yeah, she's done dozens of marathons and stuff. She's now at the point where she's had to slow down significantly for other health stuff, but
it's tough on the knees.
It's very tough on the knees. So she has competed in a lot of marathons and 5Ks and all that stuff. So I know I've seen the work that gets put into these sort of marathons, and I'll tell you what, it is a lot.
You have to be so driven.
Yes, there's
So
a driven aspect to her. How would your friends describe you? This would be my question. And I'm saying this because I saw the word and I have to bring it up. My friends would describe me as a go-getter, even if it's not always apparent. I'm always the person to organize the trip, plan the party, or really make an event happen. My catchphrase is basically, quote, "So I went ahead and made a G sheet for this, a Google sheet for this." At the same time, they describe me as very personable and fiercely loyal. I will do anything to help those I care about, whether that be showing up with wine and a sympathetic ear after a long day or stepping in myself. I love her. I love that answer. I love the Google Sheet answer. One, because I love Google Sheets. Two, I don't know if you experienced it, but do you recall, did you ever take any Google Sheets or a list of things to do from Jessie's Maid of Honor Liv?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Liv is that person. That's why I wish Jessie was here. Liv is that person.
I was just thinking that Morgan, who is I don't know if you guys have met Morgan, I can't remember, but she's been my best friend since freshman year of high school. She is also Mariah.
Yeah. Everyone has that kind of person.
Just the best kind of person.
I also
I think Liv and Morgan could both win Survivor.
Ooh.
So
which one was Morgan again? She was
no, I'm saying my friend Morgan.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, who the hell is Morgan?
Those are just two people that I'm like, they're fighters. I
don't remember who it specifically was because it's the second day. It might have been Jelinski, where we dogged on him for his loyal comment, or maybe it might have been Charlie, but I got more of the impression she was more descriptive in her ability to be loyal as opposed to other people that just say, I'm loyal.
Absolutely. She is a girl's girl. Like, you can just tell.
Yes. Do you have another question for her?
Oh, right. Oh,
yes,
that's fun.
Three. Let's get as much information.
What's an unknown fact about her?
What is something we would never know from looking at you? You would never know how much I second guess myself. That is worrisome.
Yeah. So real, but also that's terrible.
That screams potential paranoia vote to me. If she starts getting in her own head and thinks people are gunning for her and they're not, she can easily get paranoid and people just vote her out because of that. And that is, I love everything else about her, but that one comment makes me second guess myself. Ironically.
Yeah,
enough.
I know. I love everything about her, but that takes her down a notch for sure.
That is worrisome. Because it's fine.
Mariah.
Everyone's second guessing themselves, but acknowledgement is part of that task. But really being like, she comes across like a confident person, I guess, is the idea. But in reality, she is very anxious and second guesses herself a lot. That's tough.
And you have to go into Survivor with a blind confidence. Like, I got this, and you also have to trust your gut in a lot of ways too. When people talk to you, you have to are they lying to me or not? And if your gut's saying they're lying to me, you have to just trust that immediately.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you're second guessing yourself all the time, it's bad.
Especially if the amount of information that changes and is thrown at you at any given point. You know, it's completely fair for any contestant to second guess themselves when it comes to these things, but like,
yeah,
if you wear it on the sleeve like that, that could be bad.
No one has said this, but a really great trait to have for Survivor is like adaptable.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anybody really describe themselves in an adaptable way. It's always just been like headstrong or like, oh, I'm a go-getter, or I can do these sort of things. But no one's like, oh, I take improv lessons. I know how to change on the fly if need be.
I can yes and.
Yeah.
That is my one thing for Survivor. Like, other than the Pilates, which might help me with like some challenges possibly, I can yes and.
Yeah.
Like, I've done improv.
Ooh. Ooh, down at fuck, why did I all of a sudden forget the improv schools in LA? What a nerd I am. I was gonna. It's not Second City. Is it Second City in LA? I think it's Second City.
No. It's funny because I actually have taken improv classes there. It's
Second City's in Chicago.
The Groundlings.
The Groundlings. Second City's in Chicago.
The Groundlings.
The Groundlings is in LA.
Yeah.
And then New York is.
That's the brigade.
Upright Citizens Brigade.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big old comedy nerds over here. I think we've shared in our love before of like comedy Bang Bang and stuff like that before, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like it's inevitable. Like with the both of us, you end up talking about whose line is it anyway or something at some point.
Exactly, Rice. She also says that the past Survivor player she would play the game most like Nick Wilson.
Oh no! Wait, Mariah said that?
Correct.
What is up with the casting this season? Like, I feel like I'm gonna have a really visceral reaction to a lot of these people, and I don't know if it's gonna be positive because two people saying that they want to play like Nick Wilson, who, as previously stated, is a TERF and fighting really hard to get incest with cousins approved legally in the state of Kentucky. Crazy.
A bold decision.
Crazy. Okay, Mariah, taking you down a few notches, honey.
Good, strong start, but rough on the finish. Next up here is Q Burdetti. I don't necessarily know how to pronounce the last name, but yeah, their first name is just Q. This is
just Q?
Just the letter Q, and this is what they look like.
All right.
A handsome individual here.
Wow, not who I expected.
Not who I expected either. Very handsome individual. He looks physically fit. He's got full body, full arm tattoos, it looks like. A lot of tattoos this season.
Whoa.
They look
I could not see
fit.
that.
Age 29 from Mississippi. Ooh, Hunter McKnight. Current residence in Memphis, Tennessee. And their occupations, they're a real estate agent.
Okay, cool.
Interesting.
This is also our second Mississippian.
Yes, him and Hunter. Hunter.
Ooh.
Maybe they'll get along. I want to know their three favorite hobbies, knowing that they're a real estate agent. Fishing.
Okay.
Riding four-wheelers / jet skis.
Wow, it's giving Mississippi.
And then building houses.
No way.
Do you think they've ever met Jimmy Carter? Or maybe, I don't know. Do you think this 29-year-old knows who Jimmy Carter is? I say that like I'm not pretty much that age. This guy's actually older than me. What are your two questions for Q? And not Q from QAnon. Let's make it clear. We can't be sure, but Q is joining Survivor this season, so a lot of interesting takes on this season, I'm sure. Saying
allegedly for entertainment purposes only, it is.
I'm not saying this Q, but I just know that they have told me in their description to not go to Comet Ping Pong in Washington, D.C. That's the only thing I know about Q this season. Allegedly. What are your two
Oh
questions
my
for
God.
Q? What are your two
Well,
questions? What is something we
how
would never
did-
know from looking at you? I've led a movement that's dismantled the U.S. government. I'm also a twin.
I feel like you're actually painting this Q in a negative light for me.
I'm sorry. The jokes are there. What are your two questions for Q? Let's dig us out of the dirt here.
Well, what is the unknown fact? Like, let's hear it.
Okay, number one, they give 3. Number one, I can eat 2 boxes of pizza in one sitting by myself. So not Q from QAnon. They are pro pizza.
Pro pizza. Also, I can do that. Okay.
All right, brag. Number 2. Wait, what? I don't know how I feel about this one. Number 2, that I can swim.
Okay. Wait. Your favorite hobbies are this physical activity, this physical activity, and this physical activity. The unknown fact about you is that you swim.
One of the hobbies is going on jet skis, famously in the water. Oh no. Q.
I was just imagining like him floating from the jet ski to the dock.
Oh no. Number 3, I'm a joy to be around, in parentheses, what people tell me.
Wait, what?
So the 3 things that you don't know from looking at them. Number 1, they can eat 2 boxes of pizza in one sitting by themselves. Number 2, that they can swim. And number 3, that they are a joy to be around, in parentheses, what people tell me.
What people tell me. But it's an unknown fact.
So, what is something that we would never know from looking at you that I am a joy to be around, which is what other people tell me about myself?
This is my winner pick.
Well, so by the way, what is something that we would never know from looking at you that you were a joy to be around? So you give off asshole. You give off someone that I don't want to be around.
They don't, because when I saw that picture, I did judge a book by its cover, and I was like, ooh, it's giving queen.
Q for
like,
queen.
Let's kiki,
Mm-hmm.
And then you said building houses, and I was like, whoa, what? Okay.
They give off asshole vibes is basically what they just said here. And that
that's kind of crazy. Just Q?
Just Q. Just the letter Q.
Just
I have so many questions.
It's just I thought this whole time you were saying, do you see that?
Just
Q.
JESS space Q. No, his first name is the letter Q. His last name is Burdett.
Okay. Just Q. Got it. Crazy.
We also just got a Zoom notification that says our free meeting will end in 10 minutes, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh no. Okay.
I think
Q.
I don't know about this guy.
We know now.
I do want to see. I don't want to know about his friends describing. I was trying to see if there's any other things I need to know about. What risks have you taken in your life? I gotta know this question, legitimately.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I started taking risks early in life. Being one of 17 kids, you have to take risks. Biggest risks that changed my life for the better would have to be quitting my job to start my career in real estate. That's something I would never have guessed looking at you, Q. You are one of 17 children?
That's children? Oh my God. That's insane. What number child is he? Did he say?
He did not say.
Because that says a lot about who Q is as a person, too, I would think.
Is there any Survivor winner vibes you're getting from Q?
Right, they have to pick a winner. Tyson?
What about Tyson?
I just feel like maybe Q would pick Tyson. I'm trying to think of like erratic. Not erratic. That's not a good way to describe Tyson.
I see what you're saying. He does give off a little bit of erratic, I will say, because what past survivor would you play the game most like is what you're kind of basically trying to answer.
Yeah.
His answer, bits and pieces from a lot of players.
Oh, that I hate that answer.
This guy's never seen Survivor.
Yeah. Actually, if you've never seen it, okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Sure.
But if you have seen it and that's your answer, I hate that answer.
It's not a good answer. I'll be honest. Not a good answer.
It doesn't tell me a lot about you either.
I don't know anything about this guy other than he baffles me.
He baffles me too. And I think it's just going to be honestly like the first episode. We get it. We understand his vibe.
He is either going to be, we get it, understand his vibe, and make great television.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's going to be much akin to my foot doctor, Josh, who was kind of just there.
Kind of just there. He was at a watch party, one of the Rob Has a Podcast watch parties.
Yeah, and then he went to a watch party, and then afterwards or during it at some point, he tripped and fell on the sidewalk and broke his foot. Because the next time I went to see him, his foot was in a cast brace, sort of soft cast sort of thing.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I asked him what happened. He said I got hurt at a watch party.
Oh no. Okay. See, that makes me feel less embarrassed about breaking my ankle at a Walmart.
Well, hold on.
Come on, dramatic effect.
Fair enough. All right. Next person we have here is Soda Thompson. Their first name.
Love.
I don't know where they're from, but if they're from the north, then they should be referred to as Pop Thompson. But that's nothing.
That is such a dad joke. Oh my god!
Uh-huh.
Wow.
This is Soda Thompson. There you go.
Soda, I love you.
Lovely orange dress.
I'm obsessed.
Giving slight like Marianne vibes to me.
Slight Marianne vibes, but there's something kind of crazy in her eyes that I love.
Let me just zoom in more.
Yeah. Oh my god. And her teeth are so white. I'm obsessed.
Soda Thompson, age 27, hometown of Long Island, New York, but currently resides in New Jersey. Their occupation is they're a special ed teacher.
Oh my, wow, what a great job. That takes a lot of patience.
I agree. I totally agree. All right, before we ask questions, what past survivor would you play the game? I'm just going to do this now up at the top since I'm just giving them all away. What past survivor would you play the game most like? Season 42 is what they wrote.
Like the whole cast of season 42?
I would have to imagine they wrote season 42.
Is that the season Marianne one?
I think it is. I'm looking up.
That is a terrible answer. Are you kidding?
Yes, that is the season Marianne won. I said she was giving Marianne vibes, and guess what? She's going for that. She is going for Marianne.
Wow. No, I mean, Marianne is a good answer. Marianne is a great answer. But if your answer is, I'm going to play like the cast of season 42.
Yes.
Shout out Zach Wurtenberger.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Season 42 had such highlights like Mike Turner, had such Drea was previously mentioned, Mike. Jonathan, Omar, everyone's favorite Romeo, Marianne, of course, the winner, Lindsay, someone that Jessie really loved was Lindsay.
Lindsay was great.
Daniel Struck, I believe, was the guy that broke his arm halfway through. Chanel was the Bush girl from the very beginning. Roxroy, I think, was the clock guy. Jenny Kim early on showed promise and was quickly eliminated. Tori, who can forget Tori? The
therapist.
That's season 42 for you.
I gotta be honest, I think season 42, other than Marianne winning, was my least favorite season of the new era.
That's the first season that Jessie watched. That was the first season
Oh.
that I also yes, the first season that Jessie watched and the first season that we joined on. We both really enjoyed it. I'm trying to think of recall that season. It really felt like that season was that season was weirdly very strategic in a way that was detrimental to everybody.
Yes, so that.
Like Hi, Drea, Omar was really good, but ended up
Omar was so good.
Icarus, flying too close to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And like the best players were sort of social players of Marianne or like athletes like Jonathan or Lindsay or something, or Mike a little bit too.
Yeah.
And then Romeo.
The whole season just kind of felt like a blur to me, to be honest.
That's
like
fair.
There's usually markers in seasons that make me like remember it better. Like I think it was 43 right after the season Gabler wins.
Mhm.
But like I think of that season in moments, like when Noelle won immunity, and and when Jessie blindsides Cody.
Yep.
But with 42, it's just all a blur. Just like what happened?
Yeah.
Well, at least Marianne won.
Yes. Jessie was so good in that. Jessie was very good in that. I'm looking at the cast
She
of
was so
stars at
good.
43, and I'm like, there are people in here that I do not remember at all. Justine, Lindsay, Janine. Don't remember any of those people. Don't know any of those people. Carla was in that season as well as 43.
Oh, Carla. Yeah.
Cassidy, of
She
course.
was good.
The rightful winner of season 43, Cassidy. But I digress.
Yeah, I will never get over that, but it's okay because neither will anyone else.
She was on the challenge, I think, as well later.
She was just on the challenge, yeah. She did pretty well, I think.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Do you have any questions for Soda?
Oh yes. Oh my God, Soda, I'm so sorry.
She is patiently waiting here.
Soda, so sorry, girl. What are her hobbies?
Singing, taking walks, doing random crafts.
Okay, all right, I like that.
Now, will she be singing on the island, and how will that be reacted to? Is the immediate thing. Taking walks. Guess what? You'll have a lot of time to do that.
Yeah. Go walk and get immunity idols.
Doing random crafts. Build idols. Huh?
Yeah, make fake ones.
List 3 adjectives that best describe yourself. Intentional, determined, and empathetic.
Those are 3 good adjectives.
Yeah. I'm so far getting the vibe of a social player.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
The fact that she, was giving off Marianne vibes and she said season 42, I think she is basically trying to say kind of like a Marianne person.
Do you think she's only seen season 42?
Plausible. Certainly plausible.
Because she's kind of giving Sari vibes in a way. Like with the social strategy. And when you said singing, how will that be reacted to? My initial thought was, well, maybe people will actually like it and enjoy her as someone in camp that they can go to for a fun, good time. And she's patient. So she's not going to Sari's really patient. That's what's so good about her. People piss her off.
Yeah.
And she just is sitting there oh, I love you so much. You're the best, So maybe it could go really well for her in that regard.
Do you have one more last question for Soda?
Yeah. What is risks? What's that?
What risks have you taken in your life to make a change for the better, even if the outcome wasn't planned? I got married super young to a man from Brazil I had only known for 6 months.
Wow.
He is amazing. It really worked out. And again, she's
20, oh my God.
She's 27, by the way, as well, to remind you. So married super young, and she's 27?
So when did she get married?
I mean, to me, that reads 19, 20, maybe?
Yeah. Right, and they're still together.
They only knew each other for 6 months?
Does she say anything else about him anywhere? Because this could be... Maybe Survivor will be really good for her. spend some time by herself.
No, but I will give you the answer to a bonus question.
Okay. All right.
I have to read this. I know this is breaking the rules a little bit, but I am the resident bad boy. What is something what is something we would never know from looking at you? I am deathly afraid of butterflies. I cannot even be in the same field as one, and I can sense when anything small, soft, and winged is nearby.
Oh, maybe Survivor is an actually terrible idea. Like,
That's
go play Big Brother.
Yeah.
You're in a house.
You're trapped inside of a house and you don't go outside.
Whoa. Can't
that's
take any walks in there, though.
that's true. That's true. Nothing else about her husband. I assume we'll find out more if she lasts as long on the show, but
Yeah.
that's Soda Thompson.
Okay.
I think a social player is all I'm getting really from her.
I love her. Right now I'm not feeling like she's gonna go that far.
Yeah,
but I hope she does.
An interesting aspect about the points that we get from the thing is not only do you have to last long to get a lot of points, obviously, but it also behooves you to be interesting on television. So I also think to myself sometimes of like, you know, what kind of player this is? Can they be long? But also, can they get me a lot of points to have interesting TV? And I don't know. I don't know is the answer to that for me for Soda. But that could be fun.
Yeah, I don't know either. Katura last season loved, but we didn't really get to see her until like who she really was.
Yeah.
Until like the third to last episode, I think.
Yeah.
And so that might be what happens to Soda if she does make it far.
Well, it will come down to whether or not she has a Bruce-esque villain against her.
Mm-hmm. Something to keep her going.
Is there anyone who was the old person? I forget who it was, but there was someone that was giving old person vibes. I forget who was it? Marie? Maybe? There was somebody.
Yeah, Maria. I wrote down mom.
Yes. So maybe she has a clash with Maria.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Randon Montalvo. Randon. R-A-N-D-E-N. Randon Montalvo.
Good name. Okay.
Good name. Here you go.
Okay, he's kind of giving Jessie vibes.
A little bit. He is 41 years old, so I believe he is also the oldest on the cast with Maria.
Okay.
From Brooklyn. Currently resides in Orlando, Florida. And their occupation is an aerospace technician.
Whoa. Okay.
Smart dude. And Scrappy
Smarty.
From Brooklyn. That's Scrappy. That's Scrappy, baby.
A lot of Floridians.
Love that island life. What past survivor would you play the game most like? Xander.
I
got nothing.
I kind of remember Xander, right? Don't you?
No.
He was recent, I think.
I'm going to type in Survivor Xander. Who is this person? Xander Hastings on season 41. So no, that was the season right before we got back in.
Yeah, but he was like in the new era.
Yes, he was a new era person. But yes, that is
interesting.
Randon.
Interesting answer.
Yes, I very much agree. That is a very interesting answer. Questions. What is something we would never know from looking at you? My favorite people I would like to meet, beyond, of course, Jeff Probst, would be Neil deGrasse Tyson. Makes sense. He was an aerospace tech,
right.
But also canceled. Right. And Michio Kaku. Let's see. Who the hell?
That's a Google.
Michio Kaku. Oh, okay. He is American physicist, science communicator, futurologist, and writer of popular science. He did a talk at my college right before I went there.
Oh, cool.
He is most famous he is the co-founder of string theory.
Whoa.
Yes. He is an insanely smart dude. Obviously. So that is his big thing. Is he's the guy that co-founded and proposed the idea of string theory, which has revolutionized the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His lasting impression on society.
A lot of lasting impressions.
Do you have any questions for Randon?
So yes, I do. I just quickly want to say though, he's giving very smart. Do you think this will bode well for him with like puzzles and other intellectual? You think so?
Potentially.
Yeah.
I don't get the impression yet. He's very smart, so that could mean that he's also very strategic.
Yeah, that's true.
And the scrappiness also makes me believe of being from Brooklyn, makes me believe that maybe he is also, he's 41, but I feel like he has potential to do well in challenges as well. So there's something maybe strategic about him that I greatly enjoy. I completely forget what your question was, but...
That's okay, because I have another one now.
Okay.
How do his friends describe him?
Relentless.
Whoa.
One word, relentless.
Okay, all right. That's kind of scary.
Relentless Randon at your service.
Relentless Randon. If he were a superhero, that would be his name. RR.
Do you have one more question? You can get a third R and get a good Indian movie that came out last year.
Oh, here's the third R. Risks.
Ooh, what risks have you taken in your life? Moved to another state, New York to Florida. Decided to start a family. Decided to start a family. Hasn't gotten to it yet, though. Doesn't say that, but he's made the decision.
But he decided to make the decision.
And join the military while in an existing career to create a foundation for my children. So he joined the military while being an aerospace technician, is the idea potentially, which is, again, insane, and also potentially the idea of good in challenges, potentially.
Yeah. Okay, all right, Randon. I mean... this bodes well for him.
My concern is, will he have the social game required? You know what I mean?
No.
He has old Carson vibes, you know, in terms of the intellect and what he does for a living. But does he have the social capital, like, or will he just be the old curmudgeon on the island? Or like the Bruce sort of type.
I think he's just going to be. I don't know. I don't want to say he's going to be a curmudgeon, but I just the second half of this list is just not as sparkly to me as the first half. You know?
Yeah, I get that.
And Randon is a prime example of this lack of sparkliness.
Yeah, I get that. I completely get that. He's missing an aspect. There's a lot that I like about him, but he is missing an aspect, and I feel like it could be a social game.
And saying that you're gonna play like Xander, like who is Xander? Xander didn't win.
No,
that's not a notable person. Like, what are you really saying about yourself?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. What is interesting to me, I think, is. I was stalling to see if I remember my point, but I forgot what it was. So we're gonna move on.
That's what Randon does to you.
Oh yes,
you know?
He is right now. He is giving to me either early vote or long haul.
Yeah, like gets pulled along, but that's dangerous because that's how Gabler wins. And I was just thinking, Randon kind of seems like he could be the Gabler of the season.
I would love if someone said their answer to which Survivor player would you like to play as, and someone's answer was Gabler. I would love that. There would be nothing more that I would enjoy. Next person up here, Tiffany Nicole Irvin. Tiffany Nicole Irvin. I love her look. Great.
I love her look.
Great top, great jean shorts. You can't really see in the picture here, but she has a nose piercing. Her
space buns.
Yes, space buns, braids into a space bun. Big old scrunchie. Not necessarily needed for braids in the space bun, maybe. Well, I guess you could put it in a ponytail with that big old scrunchie, but
yeah.
33 years old from New Jersey, still resides in New Jersey. Her occupation's that she is an artist. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah.
She looks too good to be nothing else. What are your questions for Tiffany Nicole Irvin?
3 adjectives.
3 adjectives that best describe yourself: curious, passionate, artistic.
Okay. All right. So she's really artistic.
I would hope the latter. Your job as artist, I would hope the latter.
What's your question?
How would your friends describe you? My friends always tell me that I live in a land of rainbows and unicorns.
Ooh.
In parentheses, which pretty much means I lack situational awareness sometimes and see things from a rose-colored lens, even when I shouldn't. I disagree though, LOL. I'm a habitual procrastinator. My friends also know that I'm deeply dedicated to and passionate about the things and people I love. I have absolutely no filter, this sometimes gets me in trouble, and I'm usually the life of the party.
Oh, Tiff. Okay. I love all of this about you, but I just don't know how well this will do on Survivor.
Mhm.
Like, you're gonna ruffle some feathers.
Rose-colored lens, procrastinator, no filter, especially.
That's not great.
Oh, that's not good. Do you have a question that can get us out of this funk with Tiffany? Will it be Tiffy time on Survivor? Continue. Sorry, I was doing a bit.
Tell me about her accomplishments.
I'm glad you asked this because she has an interesting answer. What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? I was laid off from my job of 6 years at the top of 2020. And instead of scrambling to find another job that I likely wouldn't have been happy with, I had the courage to follow my gut and pursue being a full-time artist instead. So far, things have been working out even better than I expected. I think that's a great answer. We don't know what the job is, obviously, but obviously pandemic, COVID, she had to find another job and went with her gut and become an artist. I will say, during the pandemic, there was nothing else to do. So having the courage to be an artist for me is like, there's nothing else to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You couldn't work. You didn't have a job. But I'm glad that she was able to still pursue her art. I'm still pro that. I'm just saying, like, it's not like 2018. She's like, I quit my job and became an artist. It's like, I got fired because I got let go because of the pandemic. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll do this because I can't go outside.
Yeah. I think Survivor is a really disarming experience. And I think for a lot of people, maybe the point of going on it is like to be able to be more vulnerable about yourself and like your situation. And maybe Tiff isn't being the most vulnerable about herself or her situation right now,
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful that we'll learn more about her and that'll bode better for her than, us just assuming she's going to tell someone off.
Yeah.
And get voted out day 2.
Yeah. My concern is that she'll be read as annoying.
Yeah.
What past Survivor player would like to play the game most like? Jeremy or Shan?
Shan. Whoa. That is... See, exactly. She's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. Like, this isn't a good way to go about it.
It's a bold move.
I don't know.
I think we have 3 left, so let's finish out strong here. Last 3. This is Tevin Davis.
Tevin
Davis. Tevin. Basically a Kevin with a T instead.
All right.
If you saw the trailer,
the promo,
he was the one that like has a interview that's happening for the promo, and then they give him a little package, and he reacts very joyfully. That's this guy.
Okay, well, let's be real. Or at least I'm gonna speak for the people on Twitter. Winners edit
in that just the promo package. The promo package.
Well, I mean, they're putting him like that promo package was so like Tevin, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like you leave that thinking about him. This whole time yesterday and today, I've just been thinking like, when's that guy gonna pop up?
Yeah.
That's kind of giving like good edit final three, you know?
And you know what's better? A very prominent person in terms of the promo, but also so off the page charismatic that could make great television. They are, and this might explain part of this. 24 years old, from Virginia, still reside in Virginia. They are an actor.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
This is great for Tevin.
Yes. Oh my God. And can you believe it? They have paragraph after paragraph for every single answer. So ask me a question and let's get into it.
Okay. Ooh. What's the unknown fact?
What is something we would never know from looking at you? I'm a country boy at heart. He's from Virginia. And don't ever think I'm too good to get a little messy.
Okay, Tevin. All right. I like
Snap those
energy.
fingers in the Z formation, Tevin.
Uh-huh. That's right.
I
don't know if I consider Virginia a country boy, but all right.
It has a
take
little bit of that. You know, it is the most northern southern state is Virginia, I guess, to be fair.
It is below the Mason-Dixon line.
Yes. I'm going to point it in here. What past survivor would you play the game most like? Marianne?
Love.
And Cochran.
Love. Oh my God. What a good answer. Have you seen Cochran's season?
I got to look up all these players because I don't know anybody anymore.
He's such a lovable nerd.
Yes, I think I might have seen his I know I've seen his face. I've seen his face a billion times, so I fully recognize him. But yes, Cochran and Marianne. I'll ask the question. I want to ask the question of risk. He is an actor. What risk does he take? And it better not be about the stage. One of the biggest risks I have taken is saying yes to the theater director that asked me to be in Beauty and the Beast when I was in 8th grade. I didn't want to say yes, but I did anyway, and my life has absolutely been forever changed for the better. I have also taken many risks for being an advocate for black bodies, minorities, and the oppressed.
Nice. Love it. Okay, and then what about hobbies?
Hobbies. Going to the beach, listening to music, fashion / shopping.
Okay, so me and Tevin are the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, so very charismatic, off the wall. I think they will have as much TV time as other contestants will allow them. If that makes sense. You know, does Tevin come off the page right now to me as a potential winner? Not necessarily, but I think based off being in the promo very prominently and also just their personality, I feel like there's a good shot of them being like very bubbly and making great television. So I think that's interesting to me.
And just the fact that, I mean, being an actor, you're going to be able to adapt so well in any situation. You can, and I know Tevin has taken some improv classes, you know?
The famous Virginia acting schools, the famous Virginia improv schools, I should say.
I don't know.
You couldn't improv a name there? Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, Virginia is for lovers. There's fun
but
fact.
Not in the way that Nick Wilson.
No. Not in the way that Nick Wilson, in the sense that was it Kentucky is for lovers. Familial lovers. Anyways, next person. Venus Vafa. Venus Vafa. If that's how you pronounce the last name.
All right.
Venus.
Great name.
Is just giving in this picture.
Oh my God. Oh. She's also in the trailer. I remember her. First Persian survivor.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what she says. I don't. Oh.
I'll take her word for
Might
it.
be butchering that.
She's 24 years old. She is from Ontario, Canada. Currently resides in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Her occupation is that she's a data analyst. And the Survivor player she would play the most like Parvati.
Love.
And
Love.
and Suri.
Oh my goodness.
Those are two. They feel wildly different in terms of play styles, but
you
also,
have to remember they were #1 allies.
I was gonna say the #1 allies, but also they are both like they will sit on something for a while.
Yeah. They're both really smart, and like I don't know, you haven't gotten to this part in Traders. It's not a super big spoiler, but there's this one moment where in the Traders turret this past season, Dan says something and Parvati's like, "Oh, so he's lying to us." And Dan doesn't listen to her, and it kind of like it bites them in the ass a little bit. And I'm just like, listen to Parvati, listen to Suri. Their intuition is spot on. So the fact that she's saying that is awesome. Do I think she actually is going to embody them? We will see.
It's tough. It's tough. You're coming out swinging when you're saying I want to embody 2 all-time Survivor legends.
Yeah, that's a big swing. But love it.
I'm gonna say, what risks have you taken in life as well? You're taking big swings, so I want to see what risks you have taken. I come from a very conservative household. When it came time to choose universities, I was faced with 2 options. The easy option, a school 30 minutes away from home, meaning I would live with my parents and not have to worry about rent or meals. Or 2, the hard option, a school 8 hours away that I would have to fund myself and be on my own for the first time in my life. I chose the second option, and to this day, it has been the best decision I ever made in my life.
That is hard. Wow.
They are 24-year-olds, so they pretty much just graduated college.
Wow.
They self-funded.
Coming from someone who also funded their college themselves, that is a really hard thing to do, and it does take a lot of drive and ambition and work. So I feel like Venus probably is ready to get down and dirty.
Yeah.
And be on this island for 26 days,
And they're also
giving
Canadian.
up the nicotine addiction.
They're also Canadian, so who knows what kind of tuition that they still have to pay back on.
That is true. That is true.
Do you have a question for old Venus?
Oh, yes, I do. What adjectives?
Passionate, persistent, sassy.
Okay, I like sassy.
All 3 of them also, when I hear those 3, I'm also thinking oh yeah, Parvati.
Yeah, that's very Parvati.
Yeah.
I think she's probably more Parvati than Suri, but we'll see. And then how would her friends describe her?
They would describe me as someone with a really tough exterior, think Regina George from Mean Girls, but a secret softie. I'm actually a crybaby under my tough girl facade, and I'm very emotional and empathetic to the tiniest of things.
I mean, I don't like that she describes herself as Regina George on the outside.
That she gives off George.
Yeah, even if you are a softie, that's not a great thing to embody or give.
Yeah.
In Survivor, at least.
Yeah. I have some worries about that, but when I also think of first time impressions and then becoming a more of a softie I come on, I think of last season, I think of Emily.
So true.
And if she can get past day 1 or 2 and start opening up and getting that soft underbelly,
relationships.
Yeah, if she's a turtle, she got that soft underbelly underneath. If she can expose that might help her out a lot.
That's true. I could see her going day 1 though. Also.
Yeah, it's totally plausible. It depends on how she acts on the island day 1 and day 2.
Yeah.
But otherwise, she's given Parvati vibes, social player, strategic player, data analyst, so she's very analytical as well. She would have to be. So also, I believe Emily was a data analyst or some sort of analyst. So hey, maybe there's
But
something
she was
there.
terrible at math.
She was terrible at math.
Terrible at math.
That could have helped her so many times. All right, last person here on this cast of season 46. Thank you very much,
Oh
Jari,
my
by the way.
god.
Thank you very much for joining us. We have Tim Spicer. Timmy boy. Tim Spicer. Big old beard, rocking green shorts and a green shirt. My guy.
Oh, I love him.
Tim Spicer. Timmy boy.
He seems like a really fun person to be around.
Yeah, I like it already. I like it. He is married, so sorry, ladies.
Can't get spicy with Spicer.
Someone can for the rest of their life. Age 31, from Arlington, Virginia. Currently resides in Atlanta, Georgia. Woo, 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 woo. Go Bulldogs.
Atlanta.
I did that woo and then realized that Jessie might be sleeping. Occupation, college coach. So that's very interesting. Whoa, holy shit. Oh my god, they have a lot of answers. What past survivor would you play the game most like? Shamar Thomas.
Shamar Thomas.
Shamar Thomas.
Can you tell me what season they were in?
Shamar Thomas was a big dude. Only lasted 4 episodes of Survivor, but he got in more arguments with fellow contestants than most castaways do all season long. Despite his competitiveness, he was in a solid alliance until he was medically evacuated from the game on day 10, is what their IMDb profile states. They were on season, they finished 17th. He won 1 challenge, lasted 10 of the 39 days. He even considered quitting at one point. He is from... I've seen all this information, but not the thing. Survivor Cameroon.
Okay, so it was a while ago.
Or Cameroon? Cameroon, whatever it is.
Oh, you said it right the first way.
Okay,
the
perfect.
first time. That's a crazy answer, Tim. Why do you want to play like Shamar?
Evacuated day 10. They lost. They won. They got immunity on their second won the immunity challenge in episode 1, and then they were evacuated on day 10. After leaving Cameroon, Shamar received emergency surgery on his finger.
Whoa!
His injury was not disclosed on the show. Shamar had the most votes cast against him out of any castaway evacuated, with 8. Just looking at trivia.
Whoa!
Okay, what part? Now, hold on. Going back to Tim here. What part of this case are you into, man? He immediately created tension at camp when he argued with Matt Bischoff and the other fans about fire. He suggested they should create the fire first rather than build shelter, worried that they would all dehydrate. He annoyed the fans until he helped to create the fire. He then joined a close alliance of Sherry. He also aligned with Laura, Julie, Matt, and Michael, rivaling the couple's alliance of Hope, Allie, Eddie, and Reynold. At the fans' first tribal councils, the couple's alliance targeted Shamar for not doing any work at camp.
Wait, I need to...
Oh, she disappeared. I think when she stepped away from her phone, it did this. I will say, she's looking this up to see exactly who she is. There is a Reddit post on Survivor. I think Shamar is maybe the most understood contestant of all time. This was posted 2 years ago. And they are arguing that Shamar has addiction issues and mental health problems from serving in Iraq. So it's a bold statement to say on Reddit that you think you're misunderstood because of potential issues. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but they're saying that might explain his emotional immaturity. Jerry's back. Perfect.
I'm so sorry. I needed to look him up.
Yes.
I didn't recognize him.
There's a Reddit post that was saying that I think Shamar is maybe the most understood contestant of all time, and basically they're arguing that he has emotional immaturity because he probably has addiction issues and mental health problems for serving in Iraq. That was their argument. And I said, I don't know if you can apply that to a person, but whatever.
Oh my God.
So anyways, Tim Spicer. None of this is about Tim Spicer.
Well, but is about Tim Spicer, because why in the world is that who he's saying he wants to embody and play like?
Play like, all I got from that is that he angered people on the island and didn't do any
Yeah.
work at camp.
Like, does Tim want to get med evac? Maybe we should pick him so we get the points for a med evac.
That might be true.
Mhm.
That might be true. Do you have any
That's
questions
crazy.
for Tim? Because this
What
is
do his friends think of him? Because he sounds like a peach.
goal oriented. Oh, sorry. How would your friends describe you? My friends would describe me as God's child. Tim is
No.
Tim is extremely uplifting, a good listener, and a great friend to have. Tim is always down for a good time.
Okay, he meant it in a sincere way. Still kind of crazy, but okay.
Yeah. The number one thing going God's child, I'm not going to dunk on someone for their religious belief, but there's something...
Absolutely not.
I don't want to dunk on someone for their religious belief, but there is a very specific kind of person that the very first thing they bring up is their religion. Especially with that being the first thing that your friends describe you as.
Yeah.
There's a very specific personality type that is. Any other questions for Tim?
What are his accomplishments?
He has a list.
Okay, right, because he's God's child. Like, his religion aside, I took it as like, I'm the shit, you know?
He has a list of 12 items.
And they are?
Number 1, achieving work performance metrics. All right.
Okay.
Number 2,
right.
Carter. Number 3, Cooper. I have to assume that's his children.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. Number 4, this is an accomplishment. Optimistic in all situations.
Oh God. Okay.
That's an
this is crazy. This is a baffling.
That's an accomplishment, is being optimistic in all situations. He's finally achieved it. That was 4. Number 5, Morehouse College. I assume graduating. Not graduating from college, but an accomplishment is just Morehouse College.
Morehouse College.
6, parenthood. Maybe Carter and Cooper are not his children, or else he's double accomplished there.
Are they maybe his pets?
Maybe. Number 6. Well, I've lost track. I think it's number 6. Love of my life, Jasmine. So
He
getting married.
accomplished her.
Yeah, she's a trophy.
Yeah.
Number 7, introduced Barack Obama.
Whoa. Okay. I don't know for why, but that is the first actual accomplishment he's talked about.
He is a college coach. Maybe he's a college coach at Morehouse. Maybe Obama gave a speech at Morehouse.
The way that we have to, like a puzzle, bring everything together to make it make sense.
Next up, Survivor called me back.
That's a good one.
Next up, homeowner. This is a very admirable next accomplishment. Very seriously. Making it to 30 as an African-American male. He is 31.
Slay.
And traveled to several continents. He has a baffling list of accomplishments that range from like very serious to kind of
minimal,
kind of confusing and unclear.
What was the first one again?
Achieving work performance metrics.
Like, is that just like a good performance review?
Yes.
At work?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's on the same list as your child.
Twice, potentially.
3 times, potentially, in a way. Yeah.
Don't forget that he's optimistic in all situations.
Right. Tim sounds like a character. One who probably could go far if he's optimistic in all situations.
He's giving Bruce to me.
Totally that. Like, Bruce would write this list.
Like, it's just like a vague list that like it doesn't feel like I get off this list that he's great at communication. Per se. It's a very strange list to me.
It's way too much information.
Yeah.
With some of these people, I feel like we don't get enough, but with Tim, we're getting a lot, and it might be too much
Now I'm trying to
to
look.
handle.
I'm looking at other answers to give my other question. There is one
Yeah.
that is a baffling answer that is very gross. So I don't think I'm going to talk about that one.
Oh wait, that makes me want to hear more.
Okay, then I'll read this one. Just prepare, audience. This is your content warning.
Okay. Oh no.
What is something we would never know from looking at you? I have had 2 eye incidents during my lifetime. During my childhood, I got a metal hanger stuck in my eye after jumping off a table. Everything's fine. I live to see another day. I don't know if he meant to do a pun there for see another day, but he did. Years later, after watching my aunt administer eye drops, this is a second incident, I too gave it a try. However, instead of the clear eyes, I picked up the nail glue. I glued my left eye shut, which remained closed for 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
The doctor said it would dissolve and open eventually. Everything's fine. Obviously, I live to see another day. Second pun.
Okay. Tim deserves everything good in this life.
But also,
That's crazy.
as someone that has done something similar, kind of stupid. When I was younger, Jerry, my family had a family reunion in Maine. And I don't know why we had it in Maine, because none of us are from there, but it was something specific. So we had it in Maine. And at the end of the week we were there, one of the things that all the parents decided that we wanted to do for the family reunion was they wanted to do, like, because we don't all see each other all the time, they wanted to do all the holidays and activities throughout the week. So one day we did like Christmas. One day we did Halloween, where we went like door to door and got candy.
Aww.
One day we did everyone's birthday and everyone had cake and all this stuff.
That is so cute.
Very sweet. And the last day was fireworks. It was 4th of July. So we did fireworks. And this is out in Maine during the summer. And so there were still like mosquitoes and all this stuff. So there was a lot of bug spray, obviously, because we were outside, in like basically a cabin. And so there was a lot of bug spray out and all this stuff. My mom tasked me to get the bug spray. That was everyone had their own thing of bug spray all on the same table. And so I went up to grab our bug spray. But for whatever reason, I knew that I could tell our bug spray based on the way it sprayed.
Okay, got it.
I'm picking up the bug spray and spraying it to see how it sprays so that it can, I can figure out which one's ours. Because it's all the same, whatever. I think it's because maybe it was empty or something was up with the sprayer. Either way. So I pick up the very first one and I spray it. And instead of going away from me, it goes directly into my eyeballs.
No.
So I spray bug spray directly into my eyeballs. My parents freak out because I put it down immediately on the table. No one knows which one it was. So people don't know if it is a normal bug spray or if it is one with, I forget the name of that special chemical, DEET, I think, or whatever it's called. So they are not sure if I just blinded myself. So I get rushed to the emergency room while dousing water in my eyes immediately. And I end up being fine, obviously. As he said, everything's fine. I live to see another day.
You did.
As a fellow idiot that did something stupid to their eyeballs, I sort of empathize, but also like, come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. The eye drops instead of clear eyes eye drops, the nail glue. Come on, my guy.
The nail glue. But also, why was the clear eyes sitting so close to the nail glue in the first place? That's a recipe for disaster.
That's a great question. Question.
It makes me think of, I can't remember his name, but he was on Carson's season, Jam season. Mm-hmm. That guy who climbed up the rock.
Oh, I loved him. I said to Jessie that like if that didn't happen, he could have maybe won.
Yeah. I think so too. When that happened, I was just like, you're an idiot.
Because that happened, I think, the same day where he made that fake idol. And gave it to that was also that was also in Josh's season. That guy's name was Matthew.
Matthew. I hope he comes back one day.
He was Matthew, and he was the second Matthew because there was also Matt, who is still in that relationship with Franny. Fun fact.
Yeah, they are cute.
The best thing that came out of that season for Matthew was dating Franny. Everything else on that show, he sucked at. He was so bad.
Yeah.
Such a bad.
He was just like Franny's number one fan.
Yeah.
The whole duration of that season.
He was a fanny. He was a fanny.
He was a fanny. Well, I've had so much fun. Thank you so much for letting me do this with you.
Of course.
Also, I'm so excited. Like, I've never done this before, a season of Survivor, and I feel like I have such a distinct view of each of these people right now. Yeah. And when I watch the actual season, I know that I'm just going to be completely wrong about everyone. And it's going to be kind of thrilling, like, oh my God.
Like I said,
humanity.
Yes, I appreciate you coming on here as well. Again, apologies, folks. We're not doing the draft right now because Jessie is unavailable right now. We'll reveal that episode 1 when we do our review. We'll also be doing a swap, so I think that'll be weird. Now that I think about it, we might change something. I don't know. But I'm not going to have you.
I have 3 that I'm going to be fighting hard for in the group chat.
I was going to ask. You're not going to be drafting right now. I don't even know if I want to say. Just give me various names of people you like. You don't have to say the ones that you're gunning for. Just people that are your maybes, your yeses. People, or more specifically, people you're not interested in.
Okay,
just give me some general vibe check without revealing too much.
Yes. Okay. I put stars next to everyone that I liked and was considering, and there's a lot of stars. Mm-hmm. So I'm liking Charlie, Jem, Kenzie, Jelinski, Hunter.
I forgot that you liked Jelinski. He's insane.
I mean, I think you could probably guess one of the ones I will be fighting for. Yeah. I don't know if it'll be much of a fight, actually. I think I might be the only one that wants to.
Yeah, don't draft him first. I'll give you that advice.
Swifties United. Hunter, Mariah, and Tevin. And then also, I just got to say that I still think Ben could get medevaced, so that's someone I'm considering. and
at this rate, Tim, too. Oh yeah, because Tim. Wait, hold on. Tim had these issues of his eyes, but he also was analyzing a guy that also got medevaced. So there's something here,
right? There is something here. Like maybe he kind of likes that arc of, oh, I didn't have to stay the whole time. I only had to stay for 10 days, but I also didn't get voted out. I got medevaced.
He wants to play like a player that was medevaced. I mean, I don't. I mean, yeah, I guess I would like to play like Matthew from season 44, but he got medevaced. So.
I'm not gonna say I want to play like Hannah, but I do. If I ever want to play Survivor, definitely have to work on some certain vices that I have.
This is like your 5th time dunking on Hannah this episode. You came in with an agenda.
I'm sorry. I don't like the quitters.
That's fair. Especially day 1 quitters. It's very tough.
Yeah, the day 1 quitter is really tough. But I kid, Hannah. It's probably really hard.
It's fine. And she's not listening.
Yeah, it's, but I just want to put that energy out there. People I'm not concerned with are Jess, even though I really like her. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't see a big trajectory there. Mm-hmm. Liz, again, could be great.
You don't like Liz.
Maybe not like wasn't the right way to say it. I just feel like they're just not going to make big waves.
I get that.
Jess, Liz, Maria actually could make big waves, but I think in the end she'll just get cut because she's going to play the mom role, and the mom role always ends up getting cut before the end. Q, I have a bunch of question marks next to. Yeah. Honestly, that might be a good one to just pick.
I have a lot of Qs.
That's a game time decision. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of Qs, not a lot of As. Soda. I don't know. Soda and Randon and Tiff and Venus. They all kind of blurred together for me. I was just like,
Yeah. What about Tim?
they're not. Tim's kind of like Q. It's
Yeah.
a lot of question marks.
It's just
like
I don't
this,
know,
This
man.
could be a good swing pick, you know?
Yeah. That could be an outside pick for sure.
Yeah.
Well, then there we go, folks. That's the full cast of Survivor. Extra long episode to start the season. We'll be back next week, obviously, for episode 1 review and the reveal of our teams, and maybe a swap already. I don't quite know yet, but we'll pick our 5 teams off air. So I apologize again for that, folks. I think there's gonna be some fights in the group chat, so that's gonna be an interesting one. So I'm interested.
Gonna be sending some voice memos with lots of words.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see that. But I'm excited about the season. I think it. It's hard to say whether or not I feel like this is going to be a good season. You don't really get the vibe off of that until episode 1 actually starts.
Yeah.
But I'm intrigued, to say the least. There's a lot of personalities potentially happening, and that's always a good recipe for Survivor, I think.
They should start adding in like what their astrological sign is, I think.
Yeah, that would be helpful. That would be helpful. But that would also maybe give. Well, I was gonna say that give away their birthday a little bit, but astrological, it's enough of a vague range.
Guess what the number 1 sign to win Survivor is?
Definitely not Cancers.
Not Cancers, definitely not.
I'm a Cancer.
That-
I know that to be true.
I think Cancer is actually the number 1 for Big Brother.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right.
But Survivor is Capricorn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know nothing about astrology. So is that good? Is that good?
It's all good. They're hard workers, you know. They are really passionate about money. So winning Survivor kind of makes sense.
Yeah, Cancers. I think I'm looking at a list now. Yeah, Capricorn was the highest. Cancers were fairly high, it looks like.
Who's a Cancer?
I was just gonna Command F Cancer. Who is a Cancer winners? Season 1, Borneo, a runner-up, was the Cancer. Winner in season 11, Guatemala, was a Cancer. 18 was a Cancer, the winner. South Pacific, the winner, was a Cancer. I don't know why we're talking about this right now. We have to go. This show is so long.
The way that you're saying it makes it seem like they were a Cancer to the group.
Oh yeah. Also, this is 5 years ago. This only goes up to season 35. So screw this list. Get out of here, Reddit. Get that bull crap out of here.
What are these lists that you keep reading that like have so much information except the information you actually want to see?
It's called reddit.com is what that is. All right. I gotta get going. I gotta go take care of my wife.
Yeah, you do.
It's been lovely.
The sun is down here.
Yes, I noticed.
Mm-hmm. I'm sitting in the dark now.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, Jari, as always. We'll definitely have you back for the merge episode so we can hear the swaps.
Cool.
And see your thoughts mid-season. And I think
I'm so excited to come back for the merge episode. My opinions are going to change drastically. Prepare yourselves.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting season, folks. So join us for the first episode of Scurvivor series next week. Here on the podcast app of your choice. You can email us if you have any questions at scurvivorseries@gmail.com. SCURVIVOR series@gmail.com. If you have any questions or thoughts about the podcast, or just general thoughts about the season of Survivor that we're all watching. So until next week, I've been Ryan. Jess has been gone, but she also says goodbye. And sayonara, Jari. I'm going to end the episode now. Bye, everybody.